Yo, 12 of Podcast, episode 17. We had fun last week. And I want to read through the comments on this Jordan thing that we had, because that shit, a lot of dumb people out there just.
Oh, wow.
Even Jordan himself said,
I knew you was. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. Everybody's been saying it. The GOAT says you're the problem.
Sean made topics for this week, but ironically, he didn't put that on there, even though everybody's talking about it. How Michael Jordan said this new generation is great. But for some reason, he's
getting ready for his NBC broadcasting debut.
His toxic
he's working
fans,
the crowd.
Yeah, and I'm going to show you what his toxic fans have to say, because they're just dumb. They're like really dumb people.
Wow, this is interesting. You really
to be a fan of Jordan, you got to be dumb too.
No. The sycophants, the ones that go out of their way.
This is how upset LeBron fans are. This is.
I'm
really
not upset.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of them. It seems like very upset.
About what?
Jordan fans, we're just happy. We say none of these things. We always give LeBron his credit, his just due.
All I see on my timeline is motherfuckers talking about how Jordan's so great. He dunked from the half court.
What would you expect? What would you expect to see?
Half court.
No, he didn't dunk from half court.
A free throw line. From the free throw line, I should say.
Yeah. That's the funny thing. We talked about that. He actually believed he dunked from half court.
Yeah,
and I was like, in Space Jam, he dunked from half court.
He could dunk from full court.
Y'all think that's real?
Full court.
Y'all think it's real? Just like all them steals he got that year. They padded his stats.
It's as real as being mad at MJ for being better than LeBron. It's as real as that. You're just mad.
Let's wait till later to talk about that, because you're wrong, and we got to get through a lot of other bullshit here. But let's see. No, we'll do that later. But I'm talking. We're looking at. I see you updated. Put some new topics on here. I don't see white going off on black people. What the fuck is that?
What?
That's what he wrote.
yeah. That's the link.
That's the link.
Charleston White.
Oh, man. No, we got to watch this. Hope we don't get copyrighted from Charleston's people.
Bring it. No, actually.
Real quick, I had a doctor's appointment this morning that I skipped.
Wow.
But my whole, I was going to cancel it yesterday, but the whole, scheduling system for the hospital or whatever is out. Right? I couldn't get in the app to cancel. I didn't even know the phone number, so I didn't even bother calling. They didn't even call me to say you still coming or anything. And I tried calling. Their phone system's out, too. So I'm like, what? Can anybody get this? Is the Midwest, people. This is our.
I keep forgetting you're not in our same health network anymore. You out there in the sticks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's terrible.
They're hoping you didn't show up so they could hit you with that cancellation fee.
I mean, might as well. I got to talk about what they're doing with the Ozempic too. They have some new law that they just passed that you can't use Ozempic for weight loss. Really? Yeah, so they took it offline. I can't even buy it. I can't even use it. I can't even get it on my thing, even though my doctor says I need it.
They're going to start selling Ozempic like crack.
Oh, yeah.
Under the table.
No, you can get it cheaper anywhere else. All right, let's start this.
There's one goddamn thing we can be proud of and say I'm black and I'm proud.
All right.
Not one thing.
Hold on.
Not the end.
He said,
They not building. Why wouldn't you go against these niggas today? They not building nothing. They destroying every woman they lay with. Disrespect every woman they sleep with. Why you want to be on their side? Why? I don't know nothing about black culture.
Ooh.
I'm 46 years old, my nigga. I can't think of nothing in life that black people can be proud of in 46 years. We ain't done one goddamn thing that we can be proud of and say I'm black and I'm proud.
That song.
Not one thing. Nigga, for the longest I was Mexican on the inside. I eat Mexican food. I ain't date black women for 15 years.
The fuck?
I hung with Mexicans. I watch how Mexicans bury one another. I watch how Mexicans trust me to come to their house because they know I ain't gonna try to sleep with they woman.
But you just said you fuck Mexicans.
The loyalty and respect that I got amongst Mexicans, homie. Nigga, I used to be jealous, man. My people can't do this. No, homie, I don't like this shit. I'm ashamed to be a black man. I'm a proud man. But nigga, when we go to grouping together, I'm ashamed.
Yo, that is the most Jim Crow'd, Uncle Tom, beaten into submission, coon ass nigga I have ever seen.
First of all, I hate reaction content like that where some idiot just sits there and rubs his hands and nods along.
Because I don't understand I don't understand if Cuz was feeling it, if he was ashamed.
I don't know.
Did he add the piano music with that shit?
This same Charleston White who talking about raping chicks and this, that, and the third, and then he's talking about black men don't respect black women and this, that, and we don't do this.
But you know, it's so funny.
Talking out of both sides of your mouth with your.
He always says he does this on purpose because he says that no one pays attention to him, or he doesn't get any eyeballs. So. He says he does a lot in the community.
He was an activist.
So if he's doing that behind the scenes, if he's acting a fool on purpose, that's one thing. But if he's believing some of the stuff he says,
because they're not building nothing.
Not one thing in my 46 years. Not one thing. I mean,
I stopped dating black women for 15 years. I only eat Mexican food. I was like, brother, have you ever had soul food? It's good as shit, bro. It's really good. Give it a shot, bro.
Yeah,
this is the world we live in, man.
It's times when I drive around my community and I will see like my Hispanic neighbors, they'll have a big giant truck and they'll do like an independent market for the community. Anybody can get a piece. But also, like, a couple blocks away is a black-owned independent grocery and pharmacy. Like, the fuck do you mean black people not building nothing? Like, oh, shit. Like,
no, it's that's the thing, man. It's this is the point is getting across so many ways. It's so messed up because that's the only way people pay attention to shit, which is horrible, right? Any way somebody eyeballs, you get ears to something is always about some insane wild shit. It's like the Hawk girl became famous off of Hawk. Like
Hawk. Spit on that.
It's like, what?
I ain't gonna lie. I was watching that shit for a minute. Then I watched like 2 episodes of that show and I said, oh, this is ass water.
Wait, you was waiting for her to get domed to somebody, wasn't you? You was waiting for somebody.
Oh, nah. See, I always wait for somebody in that position to tank, then go to OnlyFans, then start giving dome. They not gonna give dome yet. They on top. Like Charleston White ain't gonna start giving dome yet. He on top. But then when he's like, nah, they not. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't know if it's the ADHD, but like when I hear somebody say something big, wild, in a high inflection or a weird way, it sticks with me. So for the next 2 days, I'm gonna be saying it's like we ain't building nothing. We ain't building nothing.
That nigga Charles, I don't know. He crazy. He just I find him entertaining either way.
He's getting eyeballs.
That's what I was about to say. I wonder if, that's what we're probably missing. One of us need to just have a crazy ass wild out.
We need to start with a jingle. We need a little.
Hey,
pop.
For those who don't watch our other program, the 12 Up Sneaker Podcast, we need to get Mike to get mixing and mix that we not building nothing. Until
he
like
does,
a little.
He's a producer. He does beats.
Building nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. The 12 Hub Podcast. We finally building something, baby. We doing this for Charleston White, man. Anything I do in life now, I'm doing it for C White because we ain't building nothing, and I'm here to change that. I'm gonna tell my ladies right now, if you're not Mexican, you gone for the next 15 years. If this not Mexican food in my house, that's all I eat because Mexican women trust me not to fuck they women. Yo, what? Like, what the fuck?
I ain't never seen nothing like this before.
Everyone in the comments, leave an amazing black fact over the last 46 years.
Yes.
I can't believe he's the same age as us. Oh, well, Sean and I.
That's
How old
crazy.
Is he? 46? Exactly.
He looks much older.
Yeah, I thought he was like 56.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I gonna be? I'm 40. I'm gonna be 46 this year, I think. Right?
Damn.
Yeah,
Do you have anything that you're proud of black 45. People in the last 45 years?
Have I what?
I said, you got anything you're proud that black people have done in the last 45 years?
I'm proud I started a podcast.
There we go, bro.
I got a YouTube channel.
I'm proud that Rosa Parks refused to get up.
I mean, Obama was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Black president shit.
Oh, absolutely.
So, there's a theory. Obama was a part of the whole thing. But, if Ross Perot never ran for president, we wouldn't have Trump today.
Elaborate.
This is before your time, Kari.
Exactly. That's why I said.
Sean might know it. So Ross Perot ran against G.W. Bush, the first one, as a Republican, and an independent, right? Sean, he ran independent.
Ross Perot, and yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he ran it, but he was right leaning and conservative, more like more fiscally conservative type of guy. He was a billionaire, and he gained such a great following that he actually took away some of the vote from G.W. Bush against Clinton the first time they went. Yep. And then Clinton won. Then you had the whole sex scandal, and then Hillary Clinton starts running for office and stuff. And then just fast forward, she wants to run for president. Then there's this guy named Barack Obama, the shining star in the Democratic Party, gained hearts and minds of the people because the other Bush sucked, fucked up everything. And Obama gets in, and then he's at the correspondence dinner, and Obama's a funny guy.
Yeah.
He starts picking on Donald Trump. Donald Trump just sat there, looked at him, and then 4 years later,
you said if it wasn't for Ross Perot, I thought.
So Ross Perot, because then Clinton wouldn't have been president. Then Hillary would have never ran for president.
I got you.
And there would be I don't think Obama would have won because people would have still trusted white men to be president. But GW, the second Bush, fucked that all up, and they lost their trust in white people.
Well, it's back.
I mean, it's weird, Like Obama was not a bad president, but like, if you think about it, if you didn't, I don't know. I guess he played too nice. If he did some of the things that he promised, I think it would have been a lot different. Like the free health care and all that shit. But what are you gonna do? We're here now. Make America great again.
Yeah.
Savannah Chris. Oh, this is the motherfucker that got let go out of prison.
Are you talking about the Chrisleys?
Yo, my wife used to watch the show. No, I never knew he went to jail.
My ex used to watch the show. It ended up getting canceled because of their court case. That's why I got canceled.
Yeah, that's just crazy, man. Like $36 million like fraud or something.
And they were already rich as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you've ever, reality TV, exaggerates things and all that, but like, nah, even their kids, they be going on wacky misadventures because they didn't have to really focus on their lives because their parents had them.
Yeah,
like they had bread. To be honest, I didn't even know what they did to amass that wealth, but I know that show was wildly popular. I even watched it for a while.
They got pardoned.
God bless.
I'm not surprised, but I was shocked. I didn't even know Trump knew them.
Me neither.
Everybody was like, the Chrisleys are getting pardoned. I knew they were found guilty, but I never knew their ultimate fate was. Did they have to pay some shit back? Were they in jail? Whatever. And next thing you know, you heard. That's why everyone's really pushing this whole Diddy next. And I was like, Diddy next? Who's he helping now? And they was like, the Chrisleys. I said,
well, Diddy and Trump are buddies, so he'll probably let him out if he does.
Yeah, they went to Epstein
Island. It was great.
Together.
And I think the timeline. See, this is what's crazy about life and shit. This is the timeline we're supposed to be in. I can't think of Diddy being in jail. I don't care about none of that shit he did. You know what I mean?
Well, it's the thing about it is, I was just
it's
talking
wrong to
with,
beat women, obviously, but I think
it's
nice save there, buddy.
I was just talking with my wife about it, and we were just because it's obviously different perspectives.
She hate Diddy.
Well, I think for obvious reasons, right? A lot of women do. So I mean, I agree, right? With everybody agrees with the horribleness of the situation.
Yeah.
It's just growing up the way I grew up, I saw a lot of men who were in situations where they could have been in some kid, right? Like, called a girl out her name, beat her up and throw her in a car and be like, you coming, like, what you think you leaving me? What you think, like very abusive
I've seen
situation.
That.
Right?
Yeah, you see that all the time. That was normal.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. And so like, I think like it's none of those would ever be a kidnapping or this, obviously, right? It should be domestic. It should be abuse. It should be whatever, the laws are for that situation. I think it just seems like jealous people in relationships that you got drugs, you got sex, you got money. I mean, everything, they're both doing weird shit to each other. And like, I think shit just got way out of hand, but it's like, that's what happens. Sometimes a normal couple, has a lot of things behind the scenes where, abusive relationship, this, that, and the other. You threaten somebody, I'll kill you. You think you're going to leave me? I mean, is that sex trafficking at that point? Who knows? I mean, if you tell your girlfriend that, right? So I think the money plays a role. The power where he is plays a role. It's unfortunate that all this is just like looks like dirty laundry being aired out. It looks like more of like a tabloid
It's like a
sensationalized.
shit-flinging contest.
Yeah, it's like crazy. It doesn't seem like a criminal case, but even though there's a lot of criminality to the shit, it seems like crazy ass couple, and this is 24/7 TV. We're gonna tell you what happened. And
Yeah,
this is,
it becomes more nuanced when you factor in, drugs were involved. So, they say if you're under the influence of alcohol or drugs, consent isn't really consent. So you got that argument. But as far as like sex trafficking involves people, like multiple people, and it's not too like they're. Like we talked about previously, the big smoking gun was Kid Cudi was like, he threw a bomb in my car. Whoa. Hit him with the Cudi hums. And I'm just like,
yeah, but what does that have to do with
where's the sex trafficking? Like,
even what is that? What is that? Nobody got arrested for that. Nobody. So did he do it?
Well, here's
where's the proof? The big quote I kept seeing was Diddy was standing there looking like a Marvel villain. I said, was he standing by the car looking like a Marvel villain?
Yeah.
And they were like, he was, after the event happened, he ran into Diddy somewhere and he was like, Diddy was standing there menacingly. And I'm like, well, he probably was mad because you fucking his girl. Like, that don't mean he bombed your car.
Well, this is a question that I had. I said, well, let's say, and I don't know, right? We're not saying any of this is true, allegedly, right? Diddy did, but
all alleged.
But my thing is, right, when Tiger Woods got caught up and his wife came out with a golf club and she started banging on, and he ran back into a tree. He actually got injured, trying to get away. Fucked his back up. Let's say there was no tree there. He went into traffic and a fucking truck hit him and he died. What would be the charge, right? Like it becomes one of these things where people get. And that's a situation where we would consider them normal, right? She had a moment of passion, ran out with a golf club, caught him cheating, right? Whatever the case may be. He was scared enough to, as a 6'2", 6'3" dude.
Yeah, like,
let me get out of Dodge. I just feel like, people in situations, if they have jealousy, possessiveness, and manipulation and things get involved, it's very easy for things to escalate to some wild stuff like that. It's unfortunate, but when you put the drugs and the money and power, it just seems like the RICO thing. They have to prove two underlining crimes that happened. So kidnapping is one of them. So if they prove kidnapping, that was the whole thing where they're saying his assistant said he forced her to get into the car and go to Kid Cudi's house. She testified to that. So that they're making that kidnapping. That's the charge there. And then now they're trying to include, other people that helped him organize the hotel rooms and things like that as far as assistance. It's very, it's low, low totem pole, right? So I don't know.
Well,
we'll see what happens.
Cassie just had her baby today.
Yeah, I saw.
Congrats.
Welcome to the world.
What a world to walk into, right?
The first thing he's going to Google about mommy is that she had 15 UTIs from fucking...
Who's the child's father?
Some white guy.
The trainer. Yeah, the trainer that did.
I'm about to say Kid Cudi.
Is he the one that saved her from being?
It was Diddy's. It was Diddy's trainer. Diddy hired him for her.
Is he coming out with any allegations? Does he got something to say?
He might testify because she testified that he FaceTimed her while Diddy and her were having sex, and he FaceTimed her. And she later, I guess months later, somehow confessed to the fact that, yes, she had sex, or maybe when she went back, but that Diddy raped her. They weren't, it wasn't consensual. But he called her and they were having sex, apparently.
Consensual sex. He was trying to run away.
But it was a FaceTime, so I don't know.
So he saw it, I guess.
Whatever. It's
some weird shit. See, this is what I don't look. I don't know. I feel bad for her overall.
Definitely.
Yeah, I never want anybody to go through that.
Especially in that physical abuse, that power dynamic.
The thing that bothers me the most, though, is that she just got paid to, you know what I mean, like all this stuff. Now the feds come after him, and I think it's a revenge play. And the fact, and somebody brought this up, I think DJ Academics brought up that Young Miami, that was Diddy's new girl. He's putting her music out, doing the videos, treating her nice. I don't think, and she actually likes being peed on and shit like that. So it's like her thing.
It's
I
a
don't think none of
win-win.
that's forced. Yeah, so he's doing it, and I heard that when they were getting real close and all that shit, that's where all this Cassie shit came from. Like she just started coming out the woodwork. She could have done this years ago. She already broke away from that relationship, right?
Yeah.
And then she writes a book and all this shit. So that's what I think. Me personally, I think it's a money grab, and then the whole Fed thing. Like you can't get unless Cassie corroborates or whatever, and all these other people do like to come along. You don't have much of a case, right? Because even if he was buying prostitutes and shit, you think the prostitutes are gonna talk?
Yeah, and it's not really even. A lot of it was, and obviously, if they prove it or whatever, he was giving her money, whatever. But it wasn't like he was getting the prostitute. They were just kind of, and the text messages were very loosey goosey about like, hey, what are you up to? What do you want to do? You in the mood for, are you tired? What, like, I don't know.
Freak off.
It's just, it's a lot of shit a fucked up relationship could spew if you let it, and it just unfortunately happened between them. And I think for them both, they probably would have preferred to stay private unnecessarily. But I think when Cassie went to do the book and stuff, I mean, obviously things went in a different direction.
Floodgates opened.
Because you don't want to be out there airing your dirty laundry like that, testifying to like. Come on.
That's like a last ditch effort. That's like, damn, I have to do this type shit.
Yeah. Like, what's the motivation? Really money? Like, damn, what the hell? Unless it was a targeted thing and they approached Cassie,
It's like, let's get this motherfucker.
And said, hey, you're compromised if you don't, right? Oh, who knows? But there's a lot of factors at play. I think this is a pretty trumped up case. No pun intended.
Who's the assistant? What's the name of that assistant? They had a funny name.
Oh, Jaguar.
No, assistant.
What?
It just testified today.
Yeah.
I was Googling it. I can't find it nowhere.
They covering it up. It's a conspiracy.
Capricorn
Clark, yeah.
Capricorn Clark.
What a name.
Yeah, that sounds like a porn name.
Oh, there she is. Yeah, she's a little done up. She got little tattoos. So either way, I thought that was a fun name. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Geffen, man, you really picked some shitty topics, bro. What is this? It's all TMZ shit. Don't you?
What? No, that's a TMZ.
This is typical Jordan. They just look for dumb.
Oh my god!
All this fluffy content. Who's David Geffen?
David
Geffen's ex. He's gay.
Yeah, you didn't know.
I had no clue David Geffen was gay.
$8 billion. $8 billion. He didn't sign a prenup. Married some 25-year-old dude.
All I heard was didn't sign the prenup. I thought we was talking about Travis Hunter.
No, he's basically like, yo, I want some of your money. And Dave Geffen's like 80 something. And he's like,
give it all to him.
He's like, I want.
I had no clue this dude was gay, bro.
Yeah. See, we break news here to the LeBron fans.
Whoa. Ooh, ramen.
Huh?
I like this ramen.
What the fuck?
I bought some of this stuff. It's good.
Okay.
I like
there he is.
I'm about to say ramen is gay now? Okay.
Look at this. Like, come on, bro. Like, you didn't sign no why are you getting married at 80 something? First of all, that doesn't even make any sense.
That look like Charles Xavier with one of his X-Men. The fuck is this? The fuck?
So the gay guy wants half?
Yeah, he said what's his is his. He says what's yours is mine. But he's
they're married, and you
Yeah.
didn't sign a prenup, so hey,
yeah, it's crazy.
I mean,
Travis
David,
Hunter, man, this is what we're trying to tell
He
you.
ain't got no kids, man. Or something, or whatever,
No.
So I mean, whatever. Give it to the dude. Well,
That picture right there made it look like that's one of his kids with a black woman. Or something.
I mean,
yeah, the nose
Could be.
They got similar the eyes and the nose.
I mean, at 80, I'm not trying to count my man's days, but hey, man, just put him in your will. Be like, hey, look, just wait me out a couple years. It'll be all yours anyway.
Oh,
One of those
Donald
types-
Trump pardoned NBA YoungBoy.
What?
I had no clue NBA YoungBoy was in jail.
Yeah, he's in some shit. I don't know nothing
Full
about
pardon.
his music, but I know him as a
Come
personality.
on, next. Yo, this is getting stupid, man. We gotta be living in a cartoon right now. This is crazy.
NBA young boy. Hey, yo,
crazy.
Trump is with the YNs, bruh.
I know that. This is wild about this shit. Man.
Next thing you know, he's gonna be wearing the shiesty at the next State of the Union.
He probably will just to get that black vote.
Hey, I'm not gonna vote for him or anything like that, but I would love to see it.
I
If
don't
he
think
threw
we're
a
having
shiesty
another
on,
election. We're
hey
not gonna
bro,
have another election.
he's
after
president
that,
for
bro.
life.
I mean, until he dies, and then somebody
Yeah, he's just
Barron
gonna
tax
run mock elections just to see who
they
would
about
vote
to cancel
against him.
that.
Yeah, he's
Barron's
gonna
next.
election day is over. It's the official day of Trump renewal. It's gonna be Trump renewal day. Ain't no more
I mean, we
elections,
live in this
bitch.
weird world where none of this shit even matters. Like money doesn't matter no more. Nothing matters, yo.
It does when you go to the grocery store. That shit matter like a motherfucker. I left Safeway today. I had to double check. I said, count that shit again.
Oh yeah.
I was
Grocery
like, what the
store
fuck did I
is
get?
easy. I
I
mean,
don't even look.
easy
Man.
on a
I
low, like
dropped-
3 out of 250. Like what? I
I
ain't get
dropped
much.
$7.50 at Costco.
Oh,
last week.
Costco, yeah.
Costco, but see,
Yeah.
you getting so much for
Yeah,
what you
Costco,
would get
yeah.
as
I go every
opposed
2
to a
weeks
regular.
though, and it's weird because
For you, your wife, and the dog.
No,
What you
it's like,
feeding
don't
the
have no kids?
community over there, bitch?
No, I mean, she needs these like weird. She buys all these skincare products. That'd be like $40-$50 a piece. A little thing, a little tiny thing like this big.
I'm like, girl,
$50. Like, what is
skin
that
don't
shit?
care. Your
It's
ass about to be ashy fucking with
under
me.
eye toner, whatever. I'm like, $50 for that little thing.
Yeah, no.
Rub
In
some
46
fucking salt or
years,
something in
black
your
people
eye or
not
something.
proud of their skin. We ain't building nothing, bro.
We ain't building,
Yo,
building nothing.
2 weeks. Yo, Costco. The only time I go to Costco outside of legit buying groceries in bulk is like I want a pizza.
Yeah.
Costco pizza is like really like my end of the week treat. I'd be like, yo, I didn't die this
Yeah,
week, man. Let me get a Costco
that
pizza.
that cheese, man. The level of cheese they put on there is crazy.
Oh yeah.
My mom went into a diabetic
BJ's used to be
coma
like that.
after eating some Costco pizza.
Shit, for real?
She did, yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
Not a coma,
Yeah.
but she
Oh, yeah,
she
just
threw up too.
had
Like
it.
she,
Oh,
yeah,
I was
she
like,
had,
prayers up to
she had
moms, bro.
diabetes. She passed away a couple years ago, but
Oh, I'm sorry, brother.
no, it's all
My
good.
condolences always.
This was what 2015. I think we were watching the Pacquiao fight and ordered a couple of
Yo,
Costco.
2015. That's
Yeah.
10 years ago. That's
Yeah, I
crazy to
know,
think
man.
that was.
Yeah,
I was
I
about to say
know.
5 years. Nah, 10. Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
watched the
know.
Pacquiao Floyd fight, and we had some
Damn.
people over at my house. He was visiting, and she had diabetes, and she ate like she went in, ate like 3 pieces of pizza, and they were big slices too. I'm like, damn,
Costco
Mom.
pizza
hell
is
yeah,
big as shit.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Tasty pizza. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like
she
I'll never forget
got sick.
Costco pizza. I went in there with my roommate at the time, and he's like, man, I want a half and half. So we order a whole pizza, half pepperoni, half cheese. I swear 50, maybe 70 people got their fucking orders before we did. And then like one dude walked up to us because he was like, because we saw him while he was coming in. He had bought groceries and everything. He was like, you guys still waiting for pizza? Oh, damn. I was like, yeah, we got a half and half. He goes, he had 2 pizza boxes. He was like, next time just order one whole pizza and one cheese and one pepperoni. You in and out. I said, what the fuck?
Yeah, because
And
they
that's when
got,
I
they got
learned
an assembly line. Yeah,
they prioritize whole pizzas as opposed to a half and half. So I was like, well, damn. Because the whole pizza from Costco only like $10.
Yeah,
you got some food for the next day.
Man, you said.
Yeah.
If they had, I wish
Yeah.
they had mushroom.
I thought I was the only. I thought I was the only person that liked mushroom on their
I
pizza.
love mushroom.
Yeah, no, me
Because
too.
when I
like
order
the
it, people be looking
mushroom.
at me like,
Yeah, people be saying, people
fuck?
not really into it, but I fuck
I
with
just,
mushroom.
I don't know. It's not a taste thing. It's a texture thing.
texture.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
I like
mushrooms,
the
little vegginess to it.
mushrooms like take on the flavor of what it's paired with. So it's
Yeah.
like people like, ew, they taste like. I said they don't taste like nothing on their own.
Yeah,
Like
that texture is good. Like
Something
makes a
about
little
it.
chewy. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is, but I love mushrooms on my pizza.
We love mushrooms.
Pause.
yeah, shroom gang, bro.
Yeah.
And then you got to get your hit of shrooms like we was talking about last episode.
Oh man, Sean, you missed it. We was talking about colonoscopy.
Yo, it was
prostate
wild.
exam.
I kind of forgot that's where we went with it yesterday.
That was
Yeah,
my
it got-
fault. We started talking about sneakers and something happened. With just
But it was relevant. Speaking of mom, shout out mom. She went to get her annual checkups today. So she did that at George Washington Hospital.
Prayers
And,
up. Hopefully everything's good.
Yeah, hopefully everything's good, but just one of those reminders, like, and it kind of also ties in with crazy C white guy. As people of color, I know we might like avert the hospital, but like we're in a privileged position to have health insurance, to have the means, whether it be through like private insurance or through your employer. Those little things, man, like that's one thing I want more black people to do. Find yourself a PCP that you have a good relationship with, preferably of color. Schedule regular appointments and normalize going to the doctor when something even isn't wrong. Like we always wait to, oh, that feels weird or this is weird. Let me run a patient first real quick. Unless it's an extenuating circumstance, like find a day every 8 to 12 months and man, just sit down and talk.
Just did
man.
my annual. Yeah, I just did my annual. I've been doing it ever since.
Wait,
high
did
school,
you get your colonoscopy and your prostate checked yet?
No, I'm gonna skip that after 45.
Yeah, I forgot to ask my dad when he got his first one.
45.
If you're black,
that's
you
what
should
Hugh
be
got.
getting them when you're 10.
Hugh got him at 40. Hugh got his at 45.
Yeah, because I thought I had prostate cancer. My prostate was flaring, and I was like, "Fuck, I don't want."
Prostate cancer is at its highest stage is the most likely cancer to wipe you out. High statistic. My grandfather passed from it.
It's easy to
especially
get rid
in black
of too.
men.
Yeah, it's easy to get rid of.
You just gotta catch it. But yeah, my dad, he'll tell me, he's like, oh, fuck, it's that time. But my father, as stubborn as he is, especially with his healthcare, does not fuck around with, the prostate exams. And he gets it done. I'm going to ask him, like, yo, Pop, when the first time the doctor fiddled in that anus?
It's like 45. Well, they say 45. Well, if you have a history earlier of it.
We don't have the prostate. Family. We have no we don't, God bless, we don't have like a ton of cancer or any cancer really in my family.
Bless you.
That I know of.
Hey, but that's the magic number. When I come back like Jordan, we're in that 4 or 5.
Oh, here's something for you.
Michael Jordan.
We're in the 4 or 5. Wasting people's time. Here goes. Boom. Tory Lanez. He got up and walked away from that. I thought he was. I thought
see, that's Photoshop.
Oh,
nah, I'm playing.
Did you send it? No, did you see the video?
Yeah, I saw the video.
I can't really see the video.
I saw the video before you had sent
it. It's a little graphic. I don't want to get demonetized, even though we're not monetized yet at all. So, I mean, that's crazy. But I heard like now the stories got changed up that it was all like flesh wounds. It wasn't really like a.
It looked like he walked. Yeah, it looked like he walked away or ran away, but I don't know.
Shank was probably a little on the sheepish side, a little small when they ain't carve it enough.
Two collapsed lungs. They said, I don't.
I mean, that's what they said.
Where we at on this? Y'all free Tory? Y'all team free Tory?
I don't care, man. Like, Amy served enough
time.
Well,
you're a Canadian music lover, so I know you probably want the boyfriend.
Fuck with Tory Lanez music. I started listening to more of him. He got some songs that I like.
Tory Lanez got some bangers.
Yeah, but I don't.
He got some bangers.
I mean, I don't even understand why.
Oh no, I think it's a
celebrity
story,
like
a little fugazi. I think it's the friend has something to do. I don't know.
Well, you always got to believe the victim.
What was the friend's stance in the original trial? Like, were they even?
I think she changed her story a couple times. I think it was one story with the police and one at the trial. So I think initially she was like, I don't know. She definitely changed her story twice.
The plot
it was more favorable to I think to
Meg.
What's her Meg? Yeah, at trial. So I don't know. Shit seems a little fugazi. I don't know. It's easy to put shit together.
He's getting poked up for it.
I know.
It's got to be. All the Tory fans are like, see, they're trying to silence the truth. They're trying to get
what is the truth now? Everybody making up shit. He probably got himself. He probably hired somebody to stab him so he could get out early or some shit. You never.
Shit,
know.
I would have paid him to stab me a little less. I'm like,
motherfuckers do shit like that, man. This guy want to get out of jail.
What he got? 10 years?
Shit, 10 years. Imagine if he didn't do it. Like for real. That sucks. Everybody talking about wrongfully incarcerated black man. He took the fall for some broads who set you up. They set him up. Jesus Christ.
Both of them?
Yeah.
They couldn't wait for that new drop. They was like, you know what? If he drop this summer, he gonna kill us. We got to stop him. But no, definitely. I was ridiculed by a couple people because I posted something and it was a repost on Instagram and it had Tory Lanez because I can't control the person's original post, so I had Tory Lanez music playing in the story that I reposted. And they were like, "Bro, how fucking dare you, bro? Don't you have sisters and a mother?" I said, "What are you talking about, brother?" and even if that's the case, Tory Lanez ain't shoot my mama foot. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? I was like, look, it's the cancel culture thing. And I hate to sound like I'm right wing. I'm on Joe Rogan's show, but like some of that shit is so insane. Like, the Switch 2 is dropping. I made a passing remark because Target announced, hey, I don't know what's going on at your local GameStop or your Amazon pre-order, but we gonna have them on release day. I said, oh shit. Well, I know I'm going June 6th. And they were like, if you cross that motherfucking picket line. I'm like, picket line? I'm like, what the fuck? They was like, bro, you know Target still canceled. I said, look, I'm all for DEI and inclusion, making sure my people eat. But until y'all start whooping Amazon and Walmart's prices, I'm crossing that motherfucking line, bro.
And I see a lot of us in those places, especially those who work in those places.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. I was like, so if you had a partner or a friend, or you yourself was employed at Walmart, I know a friend who just recently got promoted to management at Walmart. Shout out my bro. And he is making money. He working hard, but he's making money. I'm like, do y'all expect him to go, I won't stand for this, and throw that blue apron on the ground? Fuck no. This man gotta eat. Now I know my pursuit is more frivolous, like a switch. I don't need one. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm probably not even gonna go in June to make the effort. I'll probably cop it online when they do a restock on Soul Links on X or some shit. But like, it's the fact that sinners thought I had crossed the line with the vampires and shit. Like, how dare you consider even stepping foot inside of a Target? I said, well, what if I had to pee? I can't go in the Target to piss.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let me point out all the other things based on what these people are talking about that they purchase, and all the ways in which, you know, we can say X, Y, and Z about. You know, people just pick and choose. It's just,
because if we looked at every corrupt, racist, bigoted, right-leaning organization, you might as well start growing your shit.
Target may be way down the totem pole, right? More so than we would think.
Target's right wing?
I'm saying if we start digging into the...
Yeah, they canceled or pulled back a lot of the DEI initiatives. They just fired. We're really big in the DEI. I started boycotting Target way before it was cool to start boycotting Target, because the shit was expensive and it was full of fucking millennials.
Target ain't that bad price-wise. I don't know.
I mean, unless you're getting specialty items or the in-house brands like Goodfellow underwear and shit. Like, when people used to buy groceries from Target, I used to look at them like, the fuck? It's like a homie one time was stopping by for a little party we was having, and I was like, yo, run to the store before you get here and get X, Y, and Z. So he grabbed it, the receipt in the bag, and I said, bro, you went to 7-Eleven to get this shit? He was like, man, it was on the way. I said,
taxing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, if I ask somebody, pick up some milk, I mean, milk's not bad, but like, if I say like pick up some serious groceries, like go grocery shopping, and you was like, ooh, Target's on the way. Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah. So it's Giant, bro. Like, the fuck? It ain't breaking the bank, but it's the more expensive alternative.
Yeah, yeah.
There's something about though the Target, like shopping there, and I think we talked about this when Lauren was on the pod. Like, it's just
Rest
a little
in
bit
peace.
More. I wonder what she's up to nowadays.
Hey, Lauren, please continue to watch.
Yeah, but yeah, it was Target just seems like a cleaner version of Walmart. Like, you're not so
facts. I used to say that,
and the types of people that shop there are just a little bit more. You know,
it's like bitch nip. You know how like they got catnip? It's like Target. You go into a parking lot, you see a Target, or Marshall's, Home Goods. You like, oh, these are the bitch nip stores. Mom about to be here all day. Like, babe about to be here all weekend.
It's like it's like just under Sephora, right? Like, Sephora's a little nicer.
I'm dumb. The women that may or may not be watching this, I thought Ulta was like a brand, which it is, but I didn't know it was like, oh, we sell other makeups and shit in there. I was like, oh, so this is like a makeup grocery store.
A makeup grocery
cool. Because I'm like,
yeah, that makeup is so expensive. I mean, Hugh knows.
I don't wear makeup. My wife does.
No, I'm saying, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He said, I don't
buy it.
I say, look, man.
No, yeah.
Hey, man, we did not roll back our D out here at the 12 Hub. If you want to wear makeup, you do that. But
I got my nails painted once.
Oh, well,
before it was cool.
I'm about to say, what was it, like that punk grunge era?
It was a clear coat. Like,
ain't nothing wrong with dudes do that.
Oh yeah, people,
yeah, dudes. I thought you were saying, you got the Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't gonna paint my nails black.
You got the little Yachty.
That don't make sense, bro. What are we doing?
That's a trend that, love, and do whatever free hippie movement. Or I ain't doing that shit.
I mean, I'm all about gender fluidity. Is that what it's called? Like, where you can just be whatever
that
you
boy
want,
George.
and if you gay or not. But I just don't. Not even saying it's masculine. It's just not my thing. Like, I don't. Have
It wouldn't.
nothing-
I got big, burly, rough ass now. It just wouldn't look right for me.
Yeah, and like then you have to really take care of your shit. Especially my toenails are rough right now. Like they're long and shit. Cutting through
Damn.
my socks.
Okay, all right.
I have to do something with them.
Yeah, clip them.
I'm gonna clip them
ASAP.
tonight.
Man, let's
Hopefully,
go.
But yeah, I just can't get to because I wear freaking slides all the time.
Live on camera for our Patreon subscribers.
Shit, you don't understand. You know how people get on that? I bet you I'll have. I just started only clipping nails.
Ew, fuck.
Yeah, you don't understand. There's some women out there that'll pay top dollar for a man.
It's not and I bet they would, but to watch somebody clip their toenail, especially if they not like clean and kept, like if it's a little toe fungus on there.
You watch them pimple popping videos and stuff. Like I get fascinated by those.
My ex used to love
popping
that
blackheads
shit.
and
Bro.
shit.
Oh, yeah, that
Dr.
show was
Pimple
crazy.
Popper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She wrote a book, and I was like, "What is the book
How do
like?"
you
Going
get
in
it?
the desk, like, what's the
So
book about?
I had a massive infection on the back of my head. It got really big like this. A big thing on the back of my neck.
Shit, me too.
Went to the
Last year,
hospital. Yeah, well, yeah.
I had to get that shit lanced. It was gross.
Yeah, I had an ingrown hair that I tried to take
That's
out
why-
with a dirty.
Yo, mine
needle
was
or
from
something.
ingrown hair too, bro.
Yeah, it was like a dirty
I went to a
needle
new
or
barber.
something. But he needed to clean his equipment. Then that's
That's why I
fault.
stopped going to his ass.
Yeah. So yeah, I had this shit in the back of my head. It swelled up. It hurt. They drained it. It was nasty. It was like a lot of pus and everything. And I still, to this day, I still get ingrown hairs there. And I have a little scarf, but it's that shit's interesting. I look at it, I'm like, ew, it's kind of gross. I'm like, yeah, but it also is one of those things what they say it's like soothing or whatever, like watching, like.
No, yeah, people have things where you
styrofoam
can
and
do
shit.
a fake popping. Yeah.
Oh, they have that the toy.
Yeah, the toy where you like it
squeeze it.
gives you the
That's
same
gross.
sensation. Yeah.
That's so gross. I don't know.
Wow.
And what they have also. Oh yeah, when they do the people with the nasty toenails and stuff, and they clean them up.
Clean them up.
Oh,
I ain't gonna
yeah,
lie.
yeah,
I've seen a
yeah.
couple of videos. Watching it get clean, I can see the therapy in that, especially if you envision that's your feet or hands.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, some of that pimple popper shit. Like, I'm not squeamish or nothing, so I can watch that. And like when you be watching those surgeries with fat people and they get the fat and shit cut off and skin removal
I need that.
or skin removal surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, hit up Dr. Nels Arden, my 600-pound life.
Shit, I'll go and call him up, and y'all get in your show.
Yo,
He's gonna
hit
get
me.
to gain 300, 400 pounds or whatever. I'm like,
You have to stick to the exercise plan and lose the weight, and then we will approve you for skin surgery.
wow, yeah.
Hey, bro, if you do it, man, like I said, make sure we open that Patreon so people can watch it. I'd watch it.
Selling my content.
Right?
That's
Hey,
wild. I ain't
brother.
splitting none of that revenue with y'all. That's crazy.
That's cool. I mean, hey, I should get some type of kickback for pitching the idea. You know what I'm saying? A little something. But nah, bro, you ain't even that big.
Nah, I'm fat as fuck. I saw some pictures from my barbecue this past weekend. I was like, damn.
Man, that's barbecue
I was
weight, man.
filling
You'll
out-
shit that out. Yeah, you'll shit that
I
out
was
in no
filling out
time,
my
bro.
double XL, my Fanatics double XL Carmelo Anthony jersey. from
Okay, but
Portland.
basketball jerseys are a little different though.
Nah, this one wasn't
If-
fitted. It was
If
baggy.
you wear a
It was
double
baggy back in the
XL,
day.
if you wear a double XL football jersey or a hockey jersey, we gotta talk. We definitely gotta talk.
Yeah, especially hockey jersey.
Yo, if you in anything,
No, double XL is a little tight. It's tight
No,
on the
a real
shoulders.
hockey
and a
jersey?
real hockey
Sweater,
jersey?
Yeah.
even
Nah,
a
they're
hockey
big.
sweater. That's what they call it. Supposed to be called.
Yeah, because you're supposed to be able to feel like 3 hoodies, pads
Yeah.
under that bitch,
Yeah.
a human body, like Alexander Ovechkin size
They
human.
got the
under-
belts inside. Yeah, that shit's crazy.
It's a lot of gear.
Yeah, we'll get
go
there,
to-
bro.
Let's go to Trump world.
Trump world.
Oh, I know. Wait. Putin. They tried to assassinate Putin a couple times.
I
What?
wouldn't even
up.
attempt, bro. His assassination squad, his version
yeah.
of the Secret Service. I have seen them train, and the way that dude got shots off so quick, I thought I was watching John Wick 5.
Yo, I
I was like,
honestly,
yo,
I honestly think there's a conspiracy to take him out inside the Russian government too, because they came close 2 times.
I'm
already.
sure
They
there's
blew up
something. I
his
mean, I'm
car
sure
and
there's
some other
something.
shit. So they know where he's at, and they got a leak. So I'm
And
pretty
he's-
sure he's gonna be real.
And Trump right now
paranoid.
is He's kind of like
Yeah, Trump going off on him.
Trump is
yeah,
full
but
of shit.
he hasn't done any sanctions on him yet. So
See, that's the thing.
He's kind of holding.
Talking
He's kind of
tough.
holding.
No, because that's what Putin told him to do. Talk tough. Pretend that you don't. You're
That we
you're
hate
the
each other.
enemy. He's a puppet.
Was that
Puppet.
strings?
Released from federal prison. Damn, they had a 12-year sentence. That's crazy.
They were in jail for 12 years?
No, he had a 12-year sentence. Grizzly, yeah, was serving 12-year prison sentence. Headed home.
Shit.
Headed home.
He was doing hard time for that shit.
Yeah.
I'm
36
shocked.
million. 30 million defrauded banks of more than $30 million. That's where he got his money from.
Damn, so I guess if Brett Favre get in trouble, then he can just call Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think nothing happened from that Brett Favre shit though.
No,
I mean,
you see the thing,
I think he
the
got away.
documentary on Netflix? Yeah, they didn't even talk about it.
Damn,
I mean,
yeah.
they touched on it a little bit, but not even like.
That's crazy. It's a doc on Netflix. I'm gonna have to catch. I need to watch that, and I need to watch the one about Gilbert Arenas.
They talked about more
Point
of that
shooting guards.
sex scandal. Oh yeah, I want to see that too. They talked more about that when he sent that girl the picture, texted her the picture of his dick. And when she was working at the.
Brett Favre.
Yeah. You didn't hear? Well, this is way back, but he was when he went to the Jets. A young reporter. He sent her. He was like,
I remember
texting
vaguely.
her.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that shit.
He
Brett
had to
Favre
address
sent a
it.
picture of his dick and said, "Go long."
Yeah. Well, he got caught up. It talks more about that. They touched on a little bit at the end, but they didn't really go into
I was
they didn't really go into the scandal too much as far as the financial stuff. I mean, I don't think anything came of it.
Nothing came of that shit. I remember, and I can't remember who said it. It was like a Ryan Clark type personality who was all like, "So we just not about to talk about this ever." And then like, I think they had an issue or an apology or a retraction for something. They was like, "Yo, don't." Yeah, so Brett Favre got away with moiter.
He did, man, all that money too.
Yo, all that money. Because even, what's your boy? Joel Osteen got in trouble for that. Well, he didn't get in trouble because he gave that shit back. But they even made him get that shit back.
Tune into his church every Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, what happened with he got caught up in something?
COVID relief money.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was playing funny with the money. And then, like, he almost would have got away with it if it wasn't for those meddling kids. During a massive power outage or some shit that happened, and it was like, bro, can we use your church for refuge? Like, it's a church. And he was like, he wasn't saying no, but he also was like, yeah, wipe y'all feet before y'all come to my shit. Nah, y'all really can't actually. I don't trust y'all. And then when that happened, the spotlight was on him, and then they was like, hey, you accepting all this COVID relief money, but you richer than a motherfucker. So XYZ happened. He was just like, yeah, let me just make it easy, go with God, and give it back. So he just gave the shit back. So that's why I had no major trouble.
Man, I wish I took out some PPP loans and stuff. I didn't though.
There's a lot of regrets you seem to have during that era.
I mean,
about selling stuff early and no PPP loans, buying ISPA sneakers. You live and you learn, brother. You're still here today. You can make the right choices. Next thing we're gonna do is make sure we cancel appointments. No more ingrown hairs, and then we're gonna get down to a XL jersey.
Here we go. Angel Reese, first fastest to 500 rebounds and 500 points.
They padding her stats too.
I think she padding her own stats.
I was waiting for it.
Nah,
Randallstown, Maryland's own Angel Reese.
Didn't they? I heard. I think this is a rumor, or a joke that they're putting an investigation up, saying that she purposely misses shots and stuff.
Yeah, I heard. I don't know if that was a joke or not, but I've definitely heard.
She misses a lot of shots. I mean,
she misses a lot of everything.
Bricklayer. She's a bricklayer. She's a ball player.
She got a great career. Like, I think she'll play in the WNBA for 5 years and just become a influencer.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good run.
I mean, look, she ain't making money there. She always talking about how she her salary.
Yeah, she gets 70,000.
This girl went on
75,000 a year.
They don't pay us nothing. She's like,
damn, that's it.
Yeah, it's like 76,000
for a rookie contract.
Yeah.
God damn, I know some people that's entry level at my job making that money shit.
Yeah. The highest salary, I think, on a yearly basis
it's like
is a little under $500,000 for one of these WNBA.
Who makes it? Yeah, we should look it up. Look up who's the highest paid in the WNBA per
without contract.
I don't think it's a
without
I
sponsorships.
think it is.
Is what I
think
make it
is,
say.
I think the highest pay.
I don't think it's
What's
that
up with
high.
my mouse. Hold on, let me just use this junk.
I don't think it's that high.
How much CC making? How much Caitlyn making?
Caitlyn ain't making nothing. Nice.
Well, her basketball contract, her Nike contract is insane.
She sold she got a $5 million deal with Nike.
That's it.
I think so, yeah. It was like 10.
I heard that was crazy.
Over
Because
10. I'm like,
it was so high that when they was listing all the companies that was going to bid for, Puma saw how much Nike was offering. They said, "Fuck no." They ain't even put an offer in. They said, "Hell no."
There you go.
Because Nike
All right,
backed up.
Yeah,
the truck.
252,000 a year.
Yeah. Okay.
Las Vegas
what I'm saying.
Aces guard
I was gonna
Jackie
say-
Young is the highest paid player in the
Yeah.
WNBA.
I was gonna say $500,000. Yeah, I wouldn't say
Kelsey
$500,000.
Mitchell.
I thought you were about to say Kelsey Plum. Damn, how much
Asia
Asia?
Wilson makes
I'm gonna say-
200 a year.
Damn, that is it. They might as well start working for Microsoft or some shit.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
gonna
this
put
shit crazy.
You don't got to put your bodies through so much.
She got a $20 million 6-year.
Well, yeah, the
extension
endorsements
last
you
year.
gotta get.
Yeah, the endorsements is what's really
Yeah.
Timberwolves about to get whooped up on. They about to,
Caitlin Clark will be probably the first player to get $1 million a year.
you know,
She's
they about to
maybe.
say,
Gotcha.
you know, they gonna say because she's a white woman.
But no,
And-
she like the Steph Curry of the game. She gonna get $1 million.
Hell yeah. Oh
That's
yeah,
fucking good.
in 9 minutes.
Yeah.
We got Wolves and Thunder. Who y'all got? Thunder going home. I mean, Thunder
Yeah,
going
I
up
think
tonight.
Thunder going home. I think Thunder going home.
Thunder going home?
No, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what
I
I
mean,
meant to say.
no, I'm
Thunder
sorry, I
going.
think,
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves.
The Timberwolves going home.
Yeah, they going home.
Yeah, they saying the win probability of Thunder is 77%.
I mean, it's a pretty good prop. I might put a little bet on it and catch up on my wagers.
Oh, you're one of those betters.
Oh, my
You're a better
God.
guy.
If you only knew.
You better with the hard R.
Yes, a hard R indeed.
I was saying that I was gonna open a right wing hangout spot in the city, and I was gonna call it the Hard R Bar. What y'all think?
Hard R bar.
The hard
That'd be fire. Bro.
I
I
kind of
could-
like that. Yeah.
I
You
couldn't
see that
work there.
video
The hard
of Linus Tech Tips when he was talking about the hard R? He thought it stood for
Yo,
re.
yeah, that was like this year, wasn't it?
It was a
Yeah,
couple
that was
years-
recently.
It was like a few years ago.
You
He was
sure?
doing it-
Or
he
maybe
on
they
his
was bringing it.
podcast.
I think they was bringing it up because he got into some controversy earlier this year about some shit. I can't remember, but I remember them talking about that was almost as bad as when he thought the hard R meant something else.
Yeah, but that's an honest mistake. And he was like, "Oh my god!" I saw
If
the
any-
fucking clip.
If
Clip was
anything,
so
that
funny,
gives
though.
him more credit because he know what it means. Like that's how you know he
thought
ain't saying
meant
it.
mentally challenged person, which is interesting because when was it? I remember when it started to be bad to say the other hard R word. But
When did it become like this
yeah,
big
when did
cancel?
it like? I used to say that in junior high, elementary school.
Yo, they
everything,
used to be normal. It's
None. The
that
F word too, yo. Like that
Yeah.
didn't mean gay back in the day. I don't understand why it's offensive. Why do they get to say?
that's their word.
That sounds like white people. What the
That's their. Why do they get that?
why can't I say it? Why do they get to say?
But it's like around the time people were being upset that gay was being used as a derogatory word for something just unfavorable. Oh, that's gay. That's when the R word started to be like, you can't say that.
Yeah,
Because I will never forget a homie said that once at work. And we kind of was like, okay, we're at work. That's why you shouldn't say it. But like this one girl, she was super, super politically correct and woke. She was like,
Oh god.
no, it's actually a very disparaging term and it's not considered appropriate anymore. And he was
When
like,
I took
like,
those
yeah?
words out of my vocabulary. I can't even even in the comfort of my friends and family, I feel weird saying it now because I feel like somebody's gonna judge me.
I got a lot of older family. But if I say R word, they be like, boy, you mean retarded? And I'm like, damn, papa. Like,
I gotta bleep
yeah.
that out. Look at that. Now you got me bleeping out words and shit.
Yeah.
You just demonetized this whole thing. We got to get a YouTube strike because of you.
Cancel. Cancel. Y'all gonna have to bring back
nigga until our teeth turn white, but we can't say what you just said. or
saying
the F
nigga
word.
until something turns white is insane. That phrasing is insane.
Who said that? Paul Mooney.
I thought
Comedian.
on YouTube you couldn't use profanity in like the first 2 minutes. I thought that was the policy.
Oh, is that what
really?
it is? Oh.
Somebody was saying like and they're a content creator, so they're monetized and all that. It was like, yeah,
Say it, Truff. You can say it,
somebody in his chat left a comment that had profanity and he said, man, y'all know we can't say cuss words until the first like 5 minutes. I was like,
That's
whoa.
good to know.
And I've heard multiple creators be like, oh, too early in the video to say that's it.
Hmm.
No wonder we can't get
Oh.
monetized.
And I think like
wild.
too, like upon manual review, if you say it later, somebody will have to report it. But I think YouTube has AI that if you say
Oh, yeah,
any
I'm
like
sure.
curse words in
Oh,
the first
wait a
couple
minute.
minutes,
What happened to free speech? I want to make money
Ha.
from my free speech. We should be able to get as racist as we want. These advertisers have to deal with it.
YouTube, when the first
Say all
apocalypse
the
hit,
shit.
that's when YouTube stopped caring about free speech. They was like, oh,
Yeah.
they not gonna advertise on our platform. And
Yeah,
they
we
went
need these.
crazy.
I think they're getting loosey goosey with that too now because like these streamers, man.
Well, they got a
How-
new
who-
CEO too. That's why.
Well, like you think about like Twitch and all that stuff, man. These streamers are fucking. They
You
get
gotta
away
be
with
careful.
murder.
You got to be
sometimes.
careful on Twitch because Twitch mods can be the most sensitive people. Certain people too big on Twitch for the moderators to even touch them.
Hmm.
But like a smaller creator, like if we jumped on Twitch and we said something that will offend one of those purple-haired left-leaning moderators who identify as a goldfish, hey, we muted for like we muted for like 45 days and shit.
What are your
bro.
pronouns?
Yeah, bro. Their
What are your
pronouns.
pronouns? I love when the people fuckers.
Yo, when I applied for a part-time job not too long ago, this was during the super progressive era, like COVID-ish. And when I was progressing along, I ended up not taking a job.
Yeah.
But at that point, it was looking like I was going to take it. And they were like, cool, this is awesome. We'll get your name tag and stuff. What are your pronouns? I was like, huh? Like, what you mean?
Called
Like,
out for that one's a client. I was on a phone call with this influencer we were trying to hire, and she goes, she announced herself first. She said, "Oh, I'm such and such. My pronouns are blah 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 blah." And then I'm like, "Dog, I don't even know. Like, I might say your pronoun, the wrong pronoun at the wrong time." So I kept referring to her as I forgot what it was, but I didn't say the person's name or anything. I just referenced them as some kind of like whatever the whole call, just so I could
be like
not
the
have
client
something
said
like
something
that.
safe like that.
Yeah, and I was like, what the hell? You just screamed that? Oh no, but no, actually, I think she corrected me because I said, "How's it going, guys?" It's like, I'm not a guy. My pronouns are this. I was like, damn.
That happened to me once working retail, and I was fresh out of high school. I was like fresh out of high school, young as shit. And I was doing internship communications, mass communications at Union Station. I was talking to a lot of people on a regular basis, travel organizations, baseball teams traveling, artists traveling on tour. There was a tour group for March for Life. I'm thinking like, okay, March for Life is kind of right leaning. You know what I'm saying? Apparently
March for that life, boy.
Apparently this group was protesting March for Life. So they were, huddled up in Union Station. There's a lot of activity going on. I was like, all right, guys, gather around. Shorty came quick. Not guys. I said, oh. Well, shit.
What year was this?
14, 15, something like that.
Yeah, I think pronouns started popping up around that.
She was quick with it. She was like, oh, no, not guys. I was like, oh, okay, bitch.
I'm not a
like,
guy.
And it was like mixed gender, kids, adults, men, women.
Yeah.
Wow,
I'm just like,
It's a collective, yeah.
I was like, come on, now, okay, them days, gather around. Like,
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
I'll never see you again after this 2-minute exchange. I'm just trying to tell you how to get to the National Mall, lady.
Exactly.
And how can I build your travel agency? The fuck, the fuck are you talking about?
All right, I'm gonna skip. Let's just get into the thing. We've been.
Yeah, because I gotta
this
run a
week
little bit.
sucked. This week sucked. There was nothing to not sucked. We did a good job here, but there was nothing to talk about. There's nothing going on this week, which is ironic because I thought this week would have been a good week.
The world being on fire, there's only so much you can talk about on a regular basis.
These are facts. Let me share this tab because I want to talk about. So I wouldn't say it even went viral because TikTok. I hate TikTok. I talked to my people about what's happening here with this TikTok shit. So how do you get 1,300 views and over 100 comments on a video? That's crazy. I see things with 1 million views and less than 100 comments. But they're these Jordan sicko fans. So I'm gonna bring this up on the screen.
LeBron beat the best team ever.
Can you all hear that?
Clearly.
Yeah.
We do. Shout out to everyone, we read your comments. We appreciate
yeah.
that. We will
Yeah.
respond if we have the time.
We're gonna try to make this a weekly thing where we talk about maybe like because this is our first post that actually got good engagement like this, and I knew it would because there's a lot of crazy people here.
Well, you're one of them.
I'm the crazy. Car, I'm just gonna block your head out because you did not say a word during this conversation.
Hey, that's cool.
right,
I still. Who's Jenna Marble?
That's
that's
his
my wife.
I'm about to say because it sounds like somebody that's got to know y'all. It's like, now imagine this.
Yeah, hey, hold on. Let me play the clip so people know what it is. And I'm gonna when we post this, I'm gonna tag all the people we talk about because there's a couple of people in here that really pissed me off. Anyway,
I can't wait.
by himself, pretty much the best. Wait,
Exactly.
Oh, shit.
You can't.
12 Up podcast.
Are you playing it or just going through the comments?
12 Up podcast. Wait, I was on the.
He said he was gonna play it first.
Oh,
I just messed up the whole thing. Go back.
Yeah, I'm about to say I
bro.
heard like 15 different.
Go back, yo. I shouldn't have made this all like big and shit. Pause.
Whoa, hey,
Hey, when you say pause, it doesn't count.
pause me.
Here we go. LeBron beat the best team ever by himself. Wait, what the fuck?
You can't.
Wait, hold on. Let's go. Sorry.
What the fuck?
LeBron beat the best team ever by himself, pretty much. The best team ever. I think he's the only player.
hold on. Best team ever from what? What are you talking about?
Best
You talking about the
team.
Bulls?
No. The best, the Golden State.
You talking about
Warriors.
Golden State?
Oh,
70.
that didn't win the championship. Oh yeah. That did.
Yeah, that the LeBron beat.
Oh yeah, best
LeBron
regular
and
season
Kyrie
team.
and-
Best regular season team. You was gonna say,
Okay,
or was
yeah.
you talking?
I
What
mean,
you talking about? The Bulls
they won
that
the championship, probably the greatest team ever, right?
Hold on, probably. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they didn't beat anybody good. That's the problem.
What?
When you're
Just
the,
not watch.
see, it's different
Did you
when you're
just
the
not watch
best team.
basketball?
Like,
Did
when
you
you're
not
the
watch
best
basketball?
team and you beat mediocre teams. That's like
So
that.
who did
listen,
LeBron? Okay, so who did LeBron beat in the
Golden State?
Who did
OKC.
LeBron beat? Who did LeBron
They
beat
beat
in the
no
Eastern Conference to get to
Spurs.
that?
See, wait.
To get
Yeah.
You know, I just
LeBron
noticed
beat
that what you just said.
Yeah.
Sean. Who did
Yeah.
the LeBron beat in the Eastern? Who gives a fuck who he beat? He beat somebody
You said
to
talk
go
about
to the NBA Finals.
Oh, okay, but that's what you always say. You make the point about HIV magic.
Yo,
does that have
HIV
to
Magic should be
Why
a
does
guest
that have
character
to
on
be?
the show.
Why does that have to
Because
be?
that's in the finals, and it was a deterrent that helped. And I just found out he didn't
Hold
even
on.
have HIV, so it doesn't even
Well,
matter.
yeah, exactly. Well,
Doesn't
what
that
I'm
go
saying.
against your point though?
Yeah, exactly.
That means that made Magic a tougher person.
Wait.
Yes.
No, how do
Yes.
you know? He wasn't weak. He was still strong. He was
Okay, let's go on to this
you
point
can have the
before we
AIDS.
get.
You can have the AIDS and the HIV and still play hoops.
Not
We
back
know
then.
that.
Not back
Yeah,
But
then.
then-
please.
You can't. Okay, see now it's getting confusing because
Yeah.
HIV Magic is being used as a reason why Jordan didn't play anybody because he had HIV.
Yeah.
Then you were saying he didn't have HIV, which makes Magic still relatively his prime. Then you said, but
He
you can
wasn't
still
a-
be good
but-
with HIV. So
Yo,
what's the point?
There was niggas
I'm
injured and
confused.
shit during that series. Two
Okay.
people got injured.
Well,
Okay, all right.
okay, what
okay.
about
And all
What
this
about
stuff.
Draymond going out? If you think Draymond going out in Game 6, that doesn't matter.
Oh, that
So if he got suspended, that was on his own accord. It's not because he had AIDS
on accord.
or pulled
so
the
Magic,
hammy.
so Magic fucking 12 cheerleaders in a locker room is not on his own accord getting HIV.
Wait, did he?
I mean,
did
come
he
on,
not
what do
play
you mean
in
on
the
his own
series?
accord?
Did I
No,
not
but
just
your-
concede
but your
that he
point-
was
your
healthy
point-
and
But
could play?
your point was he was HIV Magic.
Did
back
I ever
to,
say
you
that?
know-
Did I say he was like on
Carly
life
said-
support?
No, yes,
But you
said
was
it like
using
that.
that as a deterrent. Like you were saying
not. I
he's
just
not
said
playing to
HIV
his.
Magic.
You were saying he's not playing to his potential because he got HIV.
Did I say
Yeah.
that?
You
Yeah.
were alluding to it. That's why you kept
No,
calling him
I didn't-
HIV
that's
Magic.
HIV Magic.
HIV Magic.
You didn't say that it was a deterrent. I mean, I'm
Yes,
pretty
you were
sure
saying.
he was
So
still-
Sean's point was
He could have
beat
full
the
blown
Lakers,
AIDS
and you
and
were
been
like,
better.
yeah, because Magic had IV and shit. And it was just
Yeah,
like,
He could have been better. I never said that. Go back to the clips. There's a whole bunch.
let's
we
go
talked
back
a
to
lot
this
about
clip. Let's go
Yeah.
back to this clip so we can read these comments.
Comments
Shout out
to get
Magic.
to that.
No, but
win.
wait, my point is that this guy's like, who'd he beat in the East? Like, he beat the whole East. It don't matter who he beat. Like, you're just sitting there like, Jordan
What do you
beat
mean
some
it doesn't matter
competition
who
in-
he beat?
There was no competition back then in the East. You keep saying, like,
What?
the Knicks and these
Hold on.
other people. Like,
Hold
get
on,
the
hold
fuck
on.
out of here.
Hold on. How is it no,
Against
how
that
is it no
Bulls team?
competition in the
Oh,
East
both
back then?
Bulls
And you
teams.
saying that when LeBron, hold Hold on. So you're
Toronto
saying
Raptors were a
LeBron
problem.
in his finals runs in the East. You're telling me
I have come prepared for this. I bought
oh,
Plus
they
problem.
Raptors were a problem.
Rondo and all them.
I bought
Garnett,
popcorn
dude, they
for
still,
this.
he bought them. He beat them. He beat Rondo,
Oh,
Garnett,
my-
and them,
It-
and Pierce.
Well,
He
no,
beat them in the,
look,
in the
Boston,
Eastern
no,
Conference
Boston,
Final.
yeah,
Took them
there
game
was
7.
definitely some teams in there, but
Arguably he beat 3 Hall of Famers.
hold
to
on,
go
your
to the
phone, your
finals.
thing is breaking up.
I said he arguably beat 3 Hall of Famers in that Boston shit to go to the finals.
Hold on,
Jordan,
Yeah, I get you.
he got that bootleg ass. Plug your headphones in. That's what you need to do. Okay.
I just had to break out the popcorn
now I hear you
for
fine.
the entertainment.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Um,
we got to switch over, connect it to your Bluetooth. Wire up, nigga. Wire up.
No, listen,
Anyway,
listen,
Go ahead.
listen. So LeBron James, who LeBron James in the Eastern Conference Final? His let's see, Eastern Conference Finals matchups, opponents. Okay.
Boston Celtics he beat.
So okay.
Shout out.
So the Magic, Magic
Golden
beat.
State.
So Magic beat the Cavaliers in 4-2 and to the.
All right, I'm
Heat
looking
over
this up myself.
Bulls.
Here, no, I put on the screen, bro.
Let's do it. Numbers.
Oh god.
Wasn't that
Okay,
the same
the
year Golden
Pacers.
State beat OKC from that 3-1?
I don't
And then
know.
they went on to play LeBron and they lost. The same
LeBron.
crazy statistic that they beat OKC with. Yeah, that was the same year. 15, 16, something like that.
What you looking up? Championships or are you looking?
No,
up
this
Eastern
is Eastern
Okay,
Conference
Eastern
Finals. All right, so let's just these are all the years LeBron was in it. They beat Boston, Indiana Pacers twice. Damn, that's
Hold on,
crazy.
Indiana
Pacers.
Pacers. Who's on that Indiana Pacers team?
Paul George. What's his name?
Hold on.
Millsap.
You started
Millsap
with Paul
was a
George
beast, yo.
so you started with Paul George and that's how you came with confidence.
Who did Jordan beat in the East when he was on that run?
Hold on, making sure. Playoff P, is that Paul George?
I'm looking at Paul George, George
Hold
Hill,
on.
Roy Hibbert.
Is playoff P Roy Hibbert? I love this. This
Evan
is
Turner,
great.
like these guys, David West was on that team. These guys were
Okay,
good.
who's
They're
a
good
Hall of
teams.
Famer? Who's a Hall of Famer on
Paul
that team?
George would definitely.
Paul George, bro. You gotta give it. You gotta get a PG,
Yeah,
bro.
it is. That's right. Paul George.
I don't know
would
none of
go.
these
Because Paul
niggas
George
on
just
here.
said in his podcast, he was
But-
like, he'd probably have a championship if it wasn't for LeBron.
Yeah, probably.
Paul-
He that dude, bro. He was
Andrew
that dude.
Bynum was on that team. He's a big motherfucker. He's a 7-footer.
Damn, I forgot about Andrew Bynum.
Yeah, he's a 7-footer.
I'm not putting that team. I have the
wait,
Knicks
wait,
all
wait,
day
wait,
beating.
wait, no. We could go to the Eastern. I'm going to show you Jordan's competition in the
Okay.
Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Just for context.
But no, let's
right?
start with
Okay.
start with
No, I'm
this
not-
right here. So we
let's
got.
not- wait,
we
let's
got-
just go. Let's
we
just go
got
to Jordan
Pacers.
first. Let's just do Jordan first. They beat the Pistons. This is the Pistons that had the old wash Joe Dumars.
No, 27. They were
This
20.
is
They were in their late
1991.
20s. They were
They're in
late
their
20s.
late 20s,
Yeah.
yeah.
4-0.
Here
Yeah,
you go. Here you
no.
go. Dennis Rodman, he's
Okay,
good.
yeah,
John
yeah.
Sally,
Hall of Famer.
great
Good.
role player. Isaiah Thomas,
Hold on. Let's
Hall of
count the
Fame.
Hall of
Dumars.
Famers, guys. Let's count the Hall of Famers.
Mark
before
Aguirre.
we-
Oh, or Mark
Got-
Aguirre was nice. I remember
Let's
him.
go.
I liked
Let's
him,
go.
man.
Hall of Famers. Hall of Famers.
All right, let's look at records.
Bill Lambier.
They
Hall of
won
Famer.
50. Bill
Isaiah Thomas,
Lambier.
Hall of
He
Famer.
said Bill Lambier. Did you hear this?
Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer.
Bill
He's a legit.
Lambier's. Is he in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
I'm pretty sure.
All right, I gotta look this up. I'm going over here. This motherfucker don't deserve to be in no damn Hall of Fame. What the fuck did he do?
Played against the GOAT. Sorry, let me stop.
Oh no, he's not. He's not. He's not Hall of Fame. He's a first-time nominee. in
Two-time NBA.
2024.
Well, his name came up recently.
2024. Yeah,
Oh,
he
he-
just
he-
became
he-
eligible.
Well,
The
He's the
WNBA champion. He coaches WNBA.
He's the
I didn't
first.
even know
Yeah,
that. I mean, he had a good stat line. 12, 9, and 12,
12 and 10. Yeah,
he's a solid
Yeah,
player.
12 and 10,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah,
Well,
I didn't know
Isaiah
that.
Tom-
I thought he
yeah,
was a
yeah.
little- I thought he was a little rough,
but
little
yeah,
roughneck.
so
That's what I thought, huh?
so you got playoff P, and then everybody else is everybody.
But this
else.
team is structured just like Indiana is structured the same way.
What? These
Look,
we got
George
talking
Hill,
about-
Joe Dumars is
Go back to the
George Hill.
go back to the Eastern Conference thing.
Bill Lambier is. I mean, what's his name? Is was better than him. Roy Hibbert was way better than Bill Lambier.
Let's go back to the. Let's go.
You
back
don't
to
think
the
Roy
list.
Hibbert was better than Bill Lambier? I'm gonna put it
No.
up back up.
No.
You see
Okay.
that? Okay, so Roy Hibbert was their center. He was good. Lance Stevens was a problem.
He just signed up for the big three. Shout out Lance Stevens.
David West was a problem back then. Look, a lot of these dudes ain't in the Hall of Fame for sure, but we don't know.
No.
We don't know.
No,
George
no,
Hill
we
could
do
probably
know.
be in the Hall of Fame. He's good.
No, stop it, Hugh.
You never
Stop
know.
it.
You
Stop
never
it.
know, bro.
Cut it out.
You
Cut
never
it out.
know. Evan
This is
Turner,
not-
he was good.
So can you just please cut it out? Let's
Evan
go back
Turner
to.
was good.
Let's get to the next rung. Let's get to the
Oh wait,
next rung.
but you want to see something though? Like, let me show you something.
We're
though.
not putting this Indiana team up as some all-time great team. Stop.
I'm not
it. So
saying
let's
they're
go
an
back to the
all-time
list.
great team.
Okay, so then they are eliminated from what we're talking about. So let's go to the next series.
Okay, but you
Great
know,
team. We're talking about great teams. We're talking about greatness.
But let me tell you, Isaiah was coming back from an injury, right?
And he's still Isaiah.
Unsigned jazz suspended injury. Where's the little plus sign? Nobody got. They all playing now. Oh yeah, they did because they played him. But the Bulls were clearly the better team because again, these guys were
Because
washed.
they have Michael Jordan.
They were washed because
Michael Jordan hit his stride.
Okay.
Everybody got washed. Everybody
Okay,
was
okay,
washed.
wait. So all the times they
LeBron-
beat Jordan. So all the times they beat Jordan. What about
Jordan
them?
was a young pup learning and getting his early
So-
getting his
so
team together.
LeBron was running through the East and had the best record in the East and the West. They had the best record in the league in 07 or 08. 07, yeah, 07 or 09. I don't know. One of those years they won 60-some-odd games, 66 games or some shit.
Go back to
running
the-
through
go
everybody with a bunch of nobodies on the fucking team. Oh, here we go. And Cleveland Cavaliers. This is 92. This is their second one.
Where's the thing at? I don't see it on my screen.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's not flipping between the joints. Okay. I got to use this here. Okay. So we have the Cleveland Cavaliers. Okay. This is where he was matched up with Mark Price and all of them. All right. Let's see what we got here. We got is Mark Price in the Hall? Larry Nance. Okay. Mark Price.
Larry
Hot
Nance.
Rod Williams. Craig Elo.
Craigie.
Brad Doherty. Where's the Hall of Famers? I don't even see Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr was on the Cavs back then. I didn't even know that.
Look at that. Look at that. He's a Hall of Famer.
He was on the Cavs.
Crazy
Future Chicago Bull.
Wait, he's in the Hall of Fame? I don't
Hold
think
on.
he's in the Hall of Fame yet.
He might be.
He'll be there for a coach. I don't think he's
Might
there
say
as a
might be
player.
there for a coach.
Why do you keep saying these things? Just make up shit. 5-time NBA championship.
Hold on, let's see.
Yeah, he didn't. He ain't in the Hall of Fame, bro.
Let me see.
He'll go in as
no,
a
no,
coach, though.
I'm joking about Craig Elo.
Oh,
Was
he's
in,
Lebanese? I had no clue Steve Kerr was Lebanese, yo. He's born in Beirut. Oh wait, maybe he's a. Oh, no, he's probably a military baby. That's why. All right, sorry, I just looked that up. Steve Kerr, Henry James. Look at this bunch of Danny Ferry. Get the fuck out of here. Craig fucking Elo. That was Jordan's man. All right, they all were healthy. They were all playing. Jordan. Jordan beat them. Oh, then the New York Knicks. John Starks dunked over the fucking Bulls. Let's look at their numbers. 92, 93. Let's see who they beat. Greg Anthony, Patrick Ewing, GOAT, Anthony Mason, love me some
Charles
Anthony
Oakley,
Mason.
Doc
Charles
Rivers. I mean, come on.
Doc Rivers is not in the Hall of Fame. John Starks. Herb Williams, people. And John Starks is not in the Hall of Fame. So, yeah, he ran through Hall of Famers in the fucking East. Like Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
I mean, great, lovely, great American. But that's, I mean, just him. And when you have Pippen, Goggles Man. Why can't I ever remember Goggles Man's name? What's his name? The boy
Horace Grant.
Horace Grant. Yeah, I can never remember his name. Here we go. Oh, they met up with this is the Knicks met with Indiana. Okay, so Jordan decided, I'm tired. I'm going to take a couple years off. And they lost.
Hold on.
This is the year he came back, but they still lost.
Look at that.
Orlando.
So look at Knicks.
Orlando.
Look at Knicks. All of a sudden, Knicks, right? All of a sudden, the Knicks.
We're in the 2000s, but 93.
The Knicks are back in the Eastern Conference.
Where?
The next year after 94.
94?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they won that,
Indiana.
didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah. Two
Okay.
teams. Jordan.
Okay, wait.
dismantled.
So dismantled. 4-2 is dismantling. No, getting swept is dismantling. And then
I'm glad you acknowledged that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, LeBron been swept before. Hell yeah. He ain't had no help though. He didn't have Scottie Pippen.
All right.
He
Orlando
didn't have
Magic.
none of them niggas. All right, or Dennis Rodman or none of them. Healthy
Orlando
people.
Magic. They got
Okay,
Hall of Famers
Orlando.
on the team.
Okay, wait, let me close some of this.
Penny Hardaway and Shaq.
Shaq,
Come on.
yeah.
Come on. Shaq, one of the most dominating centers in the history of the NBA.
You know what they did after they beat them? After Orlando beat them the year before, they got Dennis Rodman.
And they swept Orlando.
They swept Orlando. 96.
Swept them with Shaq.
Let me see if Penny was injured. Is this the year Penny got injured?
Look,
Pretty
you have
close.
Shaquille O'Neal. Come on now.
Look
And
at
that's
that,
Shaquille
Shaq.
O'Neal. Like, that's Shaquille
Dennis
O'Neal
Scott.
4 years in.
Oh, I remember Dennis Scott. Did he miss free throws or something? Like he was shooting
that
at the
was-
free throw line? Or was that in the
Yeah,
finals? I don't remember.
that was the year before when they
That was
actually
crazy.
won it. Yeah.
They had
He
Hojo.
missed like 4 straight free throws.
Horace Grant.
Yeah.
They beat Horace Grant went over there, and then they replaced him with Rodman. Dennis
like I
Scott.
said,
It's a good squad.
The Heat, that was a good squad
Penny
too.
Hardaway.
4-1.
Okay, Penny in the Hall of Fame.
He might not have long enough career,
Right,
but
yeah.
he would have.
Is
He
Horace
definitely
Grant in the
would've been.
Hall of Fame?
I don't think so.
Is Anthony Bowie? Wait, was that the guy who got picked ahead of Jordan? Bowie?
Sam Bowie.
Sam Bowie.
Yeah.
Oh, I said Brad Doherty. My bad. I know
Oh, he
somebody's
was-
one of these Jordan people.
Penny was
who are
nominated, so he'll probably get in.
He's
the
nominated.
next
See
one.
how low the bar gets lowered. Oh,
No,
it's another.
Penny did
Okay,
Hall
we
of
can't.
Fame
We can't. Hey, we ain't
Hall
about
of
to shit
Fame,
on. We ain't about to shit on
Yeah,
Penny though. Bro.
Penny
We
didn't
ain't
play
about
that
to-
long.
No, but this is
This
the
is
thing.
this
We
is
ain't
the
about to shit
not
on
watch
Penny.
basketball.
This is what
This is not the.
Jordan
This is
people
the.
do.
No,
You said he beat a bunch of Hall of Famers.
Yo,
all in
Penny
the
was a
East.
generational talent. Are you
Doug,
kidding me?
Doug,
Like,
you're talking.
you-
If you're
you-
saying the caliber of talent Jordan had to run through, you could say Orlando's a good team, but it did not produce Hall of Fame talent besides Shaq.
Okay, Shaq was one of a top 10 player of all time. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Okay,
But
well,
how many
what are you
Hall of
talking
Famers?
about?
Everybody says, how many Hall of Famers did LeBron beat on his way to X, Y, and Z? Right? He beat a ton of them in the East.
We're just talking about Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay, I'm just saying.
No, I said
So
Eastern
you
Conference
you
Finals.
cannot say that Jordan did not have an easy time.
No. See, you
of
don't
getting
even
through the
understand.
East.
You know what? You know what? As a LeBron fan, you don't understand what I did to you. I said Eastern Conference Finals for one reason alone.
What did you do to me? Nothing.
To give you the highest bar LeBron could have on what he played competition. We could go first, second, third round.
Okay,
We could
you
see
have-
some. We could see some.
Okay,
We could
so-
see. Let's see the talent level in the East versus the talent level
But
in the East
Can
on
you,
those
can you
earlier
not
rounds.
Admit, okay,
Let's
look,
stop.
I'm
Let's
looking at
stop.
the second
Let's
run.
stop.
Beat Miami. We don't have to look at Indiana again. Indiana pretty much
Yeah.
had the same squad, I think.
No,
Miami,
they didn't.
whatever.
They had Rick Smits was probably on the team too.
Smith, yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
Is he in the Hall of Fame?
Reggie, Mark Jackson. What are
Is
you
Mark
talking
Jackson
about?
in the Hall of Fame?
Mark Jackson's not a Hall of Fame, but he's like top 10 assists all time. Like he's a great
Okay.
point guard.
Let's go. Okay, well, let's go to the LeBron era. He's been to the finals a lot. Mike Brown, Cleveland Cavaliers, 2007. They beat the Detroit Pistons. All right, let's see. Let's see who's in the Hall of Fame here. I could say I already know Ben Wallace, right? Ben Wallace, right? Yeah. Chris Webber, right? Rasheed Wallace. I'm sorry. Rasheed
You gonna
Wallace.
put Chris Webber? This is so funny.
Isn't Chris Webber? Is Chris Webber's
wasn't
not in the
even
Hall of
play-
Fame?
Chris Webber? No, Chris Webber wasn't even playing. Come on now.
I'm
Chris
just saying
Webber
Hall
wasn't
of
even playing
Famers.
in that series.
See look, it's
You
like
know
he
what's so
wasn't
funny?
even-
You know what's so funny?
Okay, here
you know
we
what's
go.
so funny? You're gonna
Chris
pull
Webber,
up Chris Webber.
Rasheed Wallace. Is he in the-
You know
he's
what the
not in the
funniest
Hall of
thing? You know what the funny thing about this is? Look at Chris Webber's number. Look at his number.
He's a
84.
one-sided- I mean,
84.
shit.
This is you got to pull up the 84 Chris Webber jersey where you basically don't play a lick. Like, are you kidding?
I'm
me?
looking here to see. Okay, Rasheed Wallace. He'll make it to the Hall of Fame one day, but I'm not gonna. They'll probably put him in like one of those. Like, yeah, we know you nice. Cause you get. Okay, so where are we? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I close that window? I closed that
What you
window.
doing?
All right, so the
He
Pistons
said
they beat
he
him
tried.
4-2.
He said, "I see what you."
And then he missed a few times. Then he moves to Miami, right? So Miami, this is where he went on his run. He beat the Bulls. The Bulls, very good team
Wow.
back then. MVP that year. Who was the MVP that year?
Derrick Rose.
There you go. Wait. Oh shit. We lost the feed.
Yeah, you lost this.
We lost the
Who else was
feed.
on that team? Joakim Noah. I wouldn't call him a Hall of Famer, but
Joaquin Noah. Joaquin Noah. Joaquin.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Derrick Rose.
Prime time Derrick Rose. A
CJ
legend.
Watson. Joaquin Noah. Kyle Korver. He'll probably be in the Hall of Fame one day.
Yeah, Kyle Korver solid.
Yeah,
He's nice. He's wasn't he like number 3,
Solid
2 or
shooter.
3? No, he's top 10 3-pointers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he up there.
This is a decent squad. I'm not saying look, not many Hall of Famers. Maybe Derrick Rose for sure. Give
Definitely
him
Derrick
that.
Rose.
Oh,
Derrick
but this
Rose
is
got
in this era. Okay, Boston Celtics. Let's see what they did here. Boston Celtics. This is the Boston Celtics, right?
This is the one he was waiting for, right?
Yeah.
He was timing up for this one.
Let's see.
Paul Pierce,
he
Kevin
ripped-
Garnett, here come.
You're Ray Allen.
Raheem
He
Rondo.
ripped on Way Allen. Hall of Famer. Kevin Garnett, Hall of Famer. Rajon Rondo's definitely gonna be in the Hall of Fame. Paul Pierce, I believe he's in the Hall of Fame.
Paul Pierce a goofy ass nigga.
Yeah, they pretty good, yo. They should put what's his name in there?
Who?
Sean Williams, the fat man. Who's the fat man? Is that Sean Williams? No.
Perkins?
No.
I mean, Big Baby.
Big Baby. What's his name?
Yeah, Davis.
Who?
Davis.
Davis. Where is he? I don't see him here. Oh, he's not on this team? I thought he was. Maybe he's on the 2008 team.
He might be on the later team.
No, he's on the team that won. All right. So this is 3 Hall of Famers right here he beat. Okay. That's okay. That's great. So let's go back to the list again. Okay. So Indiana. We already talked about that. Paul Pierce. I mean, not Paul Pierce. Fucking
Paul George.
Paul George. Miami. Atlanta Hawks. This team was great. I believe, and this is just me, talking my shit. I think that when all is said and done, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Korver,
everywhere.
Where is Millsap? Paul Millsap is going to be in the Hall of Fame.
What?
Al Horford. You don't think Paul Millsap is going to be in the Hall of Fame?
No.
Are you serious?
You think Paul Millsap was it?
Paul Millsap was nice. Oh my God! Because he didn't. Let me show you Paul Millsap.
What?
Are you crazy? Dog, the numbers, yo. Look at the numbers, yo. This dude,
Yeah, what are you talking about?
He averaged 13 a year. Look at this, 17, 18. He was a walking.
Hold on.
Walking double, triple.
Hugh. All right. We gotta pump the brakes. You put
48% for the. I thought he was better than this for some reason.
Damn. He said, "Let me tell you about your boy Paul Millsap."
Yo, he had one good year.
Let me walk this
He's
back.
been in an All-Star game. Yo, my bad, yo. I stand corrected.
Call that a mishap.
He don't suck, but he was mid. I'm looking at the numbers. Yeah, all right, my bad. I take that back. Paul Millsap.
He said, "Sorry, Paul. I wasn't familiar with your game."
I was not familiar with your game at all. I just thought you had a long career.
That's a clip right there.
That should be the name of this episode.
Big mishap.
Paul Millsap content. I think Al Horford will be in the Hall of Fame. He good.
Oh yeah.
He did his, let's see what his numbers were. He got another. Yeah, he's solid 8 and 12. I don't know about this guy either. Good role player.
Yeah,
he's in that John Starks type of.
I think he's more impressive because at his advanced age, he was still contributing to a team that won a championship.
Yeah.
It's what have you done for me lately?
Here we
type
go.
Shit.
This is where they started messing with the league. So he beat up on 2018 Toronto Raptors. We already know. Damn, this is like very thorough.
LeBron.
So we got Anthony Bennett now. DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry, definitely gonna be in the Hall. I don't know. Bismack Biyombo's walking that fine line between. No, I was kidding.
I'm about to say
what?
what?
Nice. No, but I don't think he's Hall of Fame caliber. Man, I can't believe he is such a flop. He's Canadian too. All right, let's go back. Toronto and Boston. Young Boston team, but they met him twice in the Eastern Conference Finals, and these guys are real good. They're real good. Jaylen Brown, he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame.
What? You said who?
Jaylen Brown. Obviously, what's his name? Isaiah Thomas. No, Isaiah Thomas was nice. Didn't have what's his name on this team. What's his name was the year after that?
Talking about JT.
Yeah. Tatum. Marcus Smart.
Oh, yeah.
Marcus Smart was good back then. After he got traded, he kind of fell off. But he was good. These are good teams. Okay, so now I
look. I'm not gonna say these aren't good teams. I'm not trying to hate on the fact that but I'm saying that the Eastern Conference, when Jordan played in the Eastern Conference, was a tougher.
No,
conference.
it wasn't. It's the same fucking conference.
I can't.
If anything,
safely say that only because I got recency bias.
But no, you gotta
like
look
I'm more familiar with the talent pool from LeBron's run. So I would lean, because a lot of those players are still producing, so I'll lean more towards LeBron. I wasn't watching basketball in 95, 96, because I was 3.
Look at this. When LeBron took Cleveland on that second run, 2 of those years, he didn't have the squad that he had. Like, I think, 2018, he was by himself pretty much. And 2017, no, they brought Kyrie and all them with them.
People forget some of those teams was like weirdly stacked. Like it was a point where it was him, Derrick Rose, Dwayne Wade, and Isaiah Thomas on the same Cavaliers team. And I was like, what the
Yeah, but
fuck?
Derrick
That
Rose
happened?
was washed and Isaiah Thomas was washed too. Come on.
Yeah, I'm just saying it was that era where he was all the King's horses and all the King's men. He was like cobbling together the bootleg Avengers at that point.
They want the vets with the experience, and everybody found out you need to know how to
He
fucking run up
used
and down
that
the court
same
still.
he used that same strategy and got lucky in the bubble because that was another
That's
hobble
not
together.
That was not dog. They were
That
the
was
best
another hobble
team
together
in
team.
Get the fuck out of here. They had the best record in the whole league going
In the
into
bubble,
COVID.
bro.
No,
In the fucking bubble, bro.
Dog, did you not pay attention to that season before COVID?
Yeah, I was there, bro. Yeah, I was there.
They had the
Like
best record in
they
the
had
league.
some young guns that they ended up shipping out, and then
outta
after
here.
that
No,
they
no,
started
no,
hobbling
no,
together
no.
the White
They had
Howards
the
and
best-
shit, bro.
White
Damn,
Howard
bro.
was on the team before that. He was
Yeah,
on the team. They
and
signed
he-
him at the beginning. No,
that little
you're not doing
that little
this right now.
butthole tickler, bro.
You're not
Fuck him.
doing this right now. You're not doing this right now.
Brother, just
I'm
like
gonna say
Drake,
this.
I hope LeBron
Look,
cutting you a big check,
Look,
bro. I
look,
hope
I'ma say
Nike
this.
is
I'ma say
backing
this.
up the truck for
Before
you,
we
bro.
get into the comments,
That
all I'm
bubble
gonna say
season
is
was
this.
ass, bro.
All
That
I'm
bubble
gonna say
season
is
was
this.
fucking terrible. It's an asterisk season, bro.
Dog.
It's not even about being a Jordan fan. It's an asterisk season,
Dog.
bro.
We
You're
are
out of your fucking mind. You might be suffering from COVID still.
It's just like
And
the,
that-
it's
you're
just like the
just
55
you're
game.
in denial, bro.
It's just like the
I'm not in
55 game
denial.
season. I look at
You
the
definitely
55
are,
game
bro.
season the same way. The 55 game season was like the
It's
asterisk.
an asterisk
you know?
season, bro.
Yeah.
Those are just asterisks. You just gotta get
Yeah.
over that one, bro. And I'm not saying LeBron didn't deserve to win. I never said that. Didn't say it still was a cobbled together asterisk ass season, bro.
Yeah, but they'll count that against him. As like,
I'm
oh,
not.
it's not a real championship.
No, it's still a
Everybody calls it
championship.
Mickey Mouse championship, even though
Nah, I don't call it that.
just
It's still a
competition.
championship, just like LeBron. You know that joke. Here's one Jordan don't got over LeBron. He never won no playing tournament. So you know, haha. We all can make those kind of little jokes. You know what I'm saying? LeBron, Jordan ain't never get one of those.
You
So,
know, you
but
never
I'm just saying, like,
never won an NBA Cup either.
that's what I'm saying. But I'm just
Yeah,
like,
and,
that
and,
isn't.
and LeBron
First-
neither participated nor won a
come the
dunk
slam dunk
contest.
contest. I knew that was coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares?
So, but this is what I'm saying though.
Oh, he's right up there. Like, look at the people that won it recently.
No.
Mac McClung, some guy's not even in the NBA
well, no,
fucking A.
because
Fuck outta here,
stars
bro.
stopped doing it out of trying to be a little too cute. LeBron
Yeah,
didn't want to be out
because-
there trying to do a dunk contest in the NBA. He had, that wasn't that
Plus ain't want
changed.
to lose.
But when MJ was in the league, it was part of like, motherfucker, if you ain't in there, you hiding, right? Dominique's in
you
there,
hide-
like
you
know,
hiding.
like. But that's what it was back then.
Whatever. Look, let's
everything
go
was
through
on
these
Front. See, that's
comments.
the whole different. That's the whole difference. Everything was on Front Street back then. Everything was on Front
Everything.
Street. You had to play 82, or you was a bitch. You had to show up
Play
to every
82
practice.
games,
I
right.
mean, that's how people looked at you. Your peers looked at you like you was a bitch if you flopped and you fell on the
Okay.
ground. And if somebody, that's how it was.
Okay,
You don't
that's
act like
fine.
the hard fouls and stuff. But LeBron flops. That to
Okay.
me gives me a little bit of chink on
I
his
think
armor.
because everything's
He
in
also-
HD right now, that
What's up
everybody
on
can
HD?
see. Yeah.
He said-
He literally flops. He literally flops. Like,
Okay.
there's no
All
question
right.
about how hard he
Literally
flops.
Yeah, Jordan flopped too. We just don't have a lot of videotape on it. They padded his
You
stats.
know they would find.
God damn, it's
I think
7-19.
flopping is less than padding of stats.
Thunder
What
whooping
happened?
ass right.
Getting-
7-19. Thunder is whooping ass right now.
Oh,
Yeah, they're trying to close it out. Anyway, let's go. Here's Fat Trell.
I'm about to say the real Fat Trail. Shout out Fat Trail, bro.
Do your research. The Pistons were not
Yes.
old. They won whatever. Again, I didn't do my research. They were washed and they lost.
Okay.
They lost because they were washed. Now, according to your, if they were 1 or 2 years younger, they'd be whooping Jordan's ass like they did when they were 1 or 2 years
Oh
younger.
my goodness.
They were
Hey man,
whooping
you got to
Jordan's
give
ass.
Trail some credit though. He seems
He did the
poised.
research.
Yes.
Yeah,
Especially
he
his response.
He got that. that very
Yeah.
professional.
Do
picture.
your research. Carry
Trail
more
G.
teams and score more points.
Now, look,
and
I
got more
countered, but I said-
rebounds. We got to start getting you some commas. And got more assists. Beating played against better competition. And he's still going.
Yeah. See, here we go. I like that. Jordan is the greatest. LeBron's the best player to play. Jordan's the greatest.
Where did he say
yeah,
that,
Muhammad
Jordan?
Ali.
Yo, holy
It's like Muhammad
shit.
Ali.
I
It's like
say
Muhammad
that
Ali.
all the time, bro.
Yeah. It's like
The
Muhammad
greatest
Ali.
Didn't I
at
say
what?
that on the episode?
The greatest at what?
Look. it's
Overall
like
being a
Muhammad
basketball
Ali.
player.
Yeah, it's like Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali's the greatest, right? But Floyd's undefeated, all this kind of stuff, right? But
Floyd
Muhammad
is-
Ali
one of them's a
is the
heavyweight.
greatest.
You can
It doesn't
arguably
matter.
say
It doesn't matter. It
Hey,
doesn't
yo,
matter.
Muhammad Ali.
Trail G,
was-
come on the show,
matter.
bro.
It doesn't matter.
it
People
doesn't
recognize
matter.
Muhammad Ali as the greatest,
All right.
whatever weight class he would be in. Trust me on that.
The only
Trust me on
this
that.
guy's the
Trust-
only
no.
person with sense around here. The only Knicks in the Hall of Fame is Ewing and Reggie Miller. No one else. These are the only Hall of Famers he beat in the East. That mattered or whatever. That they would go on those runs. Maybe Isaiah. Maybe 3. He forgot Isaiah.
Shaq?
But Isaiah.
What about
was
Shaq?
lost,
We
right?
totally threw out the
Shaq.
Pistons. That's interesting.
Okay.
I say, what about Shaq?
And
Either way.
Shaq, yeah, exactly.
Jordan didn't play real competition.
Reggie Miller,
No,
Reggie
he
Miller,
isn't.
like come on.
New York Hall of Fame. Okay, just New York Hall of Fame. I don't know what you're talking about. This guy annoyed the shit out of me. He tried to be all like hard to beat the best team when you are the best team. 90s Bulls. I don't
Yeah,
understand what
yeah.
that even means.
Because he's telling you,
Golden
you-
State
the
better
best
team than the Bulls.
He wouldn't have faced anybody as great as him.
But look,
LeBron,
yeah,
LeBron,
yeah.
LeBron was going to face a team that he wasn't on that was greater
Yeah.
than his team.
I
That was
got
going to
it.
happen, and
Yes.
Jordan was never going to face that.
Jordan.
He was
yeah.
never going to face that because if Jordan would have went to another team, if Jordan combined and went with and played with another team that had a Kyrie or some, like another situation or a Wade or whatever,
There was no better
they
team
would've-
than the Bulls. There was
Yes.
what team had Pippen? Why would he not want to be on that team?
But why
They had
wouldn't it be
Pippen,
why wouldn't it be the
all
same
these
way
people.
with why wouldn't it be the
The
same
best
way
coach
with
in the league.
Why wouldn't it be the same way with LeBron and Wade and Bosh? Why wouldn't it be the same way with them? Just run through
What are
everybody.
you talking about? Run through. What are you talking about? Bosh was not is no Pippen or
Okay.
whoever.
Let me
Wade
ask you a
was-
question. Let me ask
Wade
you a
was
question.
Literally.
Let
on
me
his
ask you a
last-
question.
On his last legs during that
Let me
run.
ask you a question. Kobe and Shaq, when they went on a three-peat, right? Kobe and Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say was there a better team than them during that run? During that run, would you go and say this other team is greater than them? If they beat this team, it's going to put them at a higher level. Would you have said that during their three-peat?
No, because they were the
Yeah,
best
okay,
team.
okay. Exactly. We have many occasions where LeBron is going up against a team that we say, you know what?
No,
that
no,
team
no,
is better
no,
than
no,
LeBron.
no. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
so Golden
many.
State
Actually, yes,
Warriors?
you're right.
Yeah,
yes,
so
you're
go,
many.
yeah.
Yeah, so
that's
he's
what
the
I'm saying.
underdog going into these things, and he's beating the best team.
but
Jordan
that's the
never beat the best
but
team.
Hugh,
That's
but
what I'm
Hugh,
saying. He was on
but
the best team.
He's because he's the best player ever. He's on the best team. You ever hear the
The
scenario?
best player beats the best competition.
Okay, here's the thing.
Can anybody
Yeah,
agree with that right
you-
now?
you-
The best
yeah.
players beat the best competition.
No, it's not about the best. If you put the
Does that
best
make
player,
sense, Kyrie?
okay,
No,
here we go.
He's
Here
looking
we
like
go.
confused. Like if you're competitive, everybody's a competitor here, right?
Okay,
You-
yeah. Hold on.
Sean may be the best at whatever the fuck he does, but I'm gonna try to compete with him. I'm gonna train up, get my muscles up. I'm gonna jump high, do whatever the fuck. And then one day, after Sean been whooping my ass all season, I get up in the playoffs and I bust his ass because I trained up to be like that and then to be better than him. Now who's the best?
Okay. Now, I see your point. If you beat the best, you become the best. You have a tougher obstacle ahead of you, knowing that you are not the best.
LeBron has only been favored,
Right.
I think once or twice in the finals.
Sean is saying, and what this person, Avery Smith, is saying, it's hard to do that though when you're already the crown jewel.
Yes.
He's saying because Jordan is on the team, that's
Yes.
what makes
Yes.
them the best.
Yes.
I agree
Yes.
with that.
So, but LeBron's on the team doesn't.
But,
take
but,
Jordan.
but to
No, no, no,
Hugh's
no.
point, to
Take-
H's point,
Okay.
he's saying that's why LeBron had a tougher road because he wasn't the best.
His
You
teams
get
were
what
not
you
the
get what
best.
he's
Yeah,
saying?
no,
He's saying like
so-
if
No,
LeBron
LeBron-
had a
LeBron is
LeBron
the
had a
best.
Pippen
I do get
LeBron
that.
is
equivalent,
the best.
Yes. No, I do.
because
get this
if you
now.
look
no,
at Pippen's
LeBron
numbers,
is the
when you
best.
look at Pippen's
No,
numbers
no,
in certain
you losing me here
areas,
now.
in certain areas,
LeBron is
Pippen-
the best, but his teams were not the best. That's what you got.
that's what I'm saying. In certain areas, Pippen's numbers was better than Jordan's. So like LeBron didn't have a person who was like that for him. The closest comparison would be Dwayne Wade,
Well,
Cleveland era Kyrie.
averaged 30 plus in that.
That's
in
what
that
that's what I
finals.
said.
Yeah,
Cleveland era
yeah,
Kyrie.
yeah.
But then on top of that, you had role players like Rodman, who everyone's quick to look at somebody's production and points, but Rodman rebounds and
Yeah.
defensive capabilities was groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Did LeBron have that same structure?
Well, here's the thing, though.
He didn't
Here's the
play. He's
thing.
not a system
No,
player.
but here's what I look at.
Every
Here's what I
system
look
was
at.
built around
And-
LeBron.
But
And
here's what I look at.
and that's the point that H is making. He had a tougher road. So I understand where he's coming from with that.
But Kari, this is always, I think for me, the thing that bookends and puts this to bed is that with all those things being said, Jordan left the fucking game, came back, and that team he left didn't fucking go to the championship. I'm not saying win. They didn't go to the championship. When he came back, they won 3 straight from a stint of him playing a whole fucking other sport, amateur or otherwise. That to me, when you look at a LeBron in the league for 20 years plus, can't string along runs such as that Shaq was able to do with Kobe, right? That MJ was able to do twice. That to me puts him in another echelon of greatness to me.
But you
that
don't
he was able to do that twice.
Who was he playing
left the game,
in the finals?
But it's not about. Listen, it's so extraordinary for him to leave the game.
Dog,
professional sports.
Golden State had
training
to pick
every
up
day to play NBA basketball.
So
the reps that come with that, the travel that comes with that, and then come back and play 82 again.
Okay.
And when on the second act,
after
they go 72-10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on! What are we talking about right now? This is absolutely.
They got rid of Horace Grant.
It doesn't.
And picked up
what
Dennis
I just
Rodman.
said. Put whatever factors you want.
They had
to
the
put
best
into it.
international player in the league coming off their
Put
bench.
into it whatever I just said. Whatever.
Kukoc should have been starting on any other team. But he came off the bench.
However you want to line it up.
That's how good they were. That team was so stacked.
Listen.
It did not matter. Steve Kerr was a fucking bucket from anywhere.
There was a year you had on one team Gary Payton, Karl Malone. They was chasing the ring. Shaq, Kobe was on that team.
They were all like 39 years old. Get the
Shaq and Kobe. Shaq and Kobe. Hold on, Shaq and Kobe.
The other two motherfuckers.
Okay,
the old motherfuckers.
But here, look. This is
Gary
what I'm saying
Payton.
about. Okay,
he was washed already.
But
so
Hugh. But this is what I'm saying about MJ, right? You
what
just talked about
he got washed?
No,
he went to Washington D.C. He couldn't fucking
no.
even. He lost.
He was off a three-peat. He left for 3 years.
So he comes off a three-peat. He comes back to 3 years of fucking rest.
I've realized the problem with LeBron to Jordan fans. We appreciate 2 different things. No, it's true.
What do you appreciate?
We appreciate 2 different things.
Nostalgia was one.
No, it's not about nostalgia. It's not about nostalgia. It's not
all
about
nostalgia.
Let me just make this point. It's not about nostalgia. It's about the fact that Jordan left the game twice and came back and was great. To leave a professional sport and come back and be great is insane. You don't just lace him up for after. No, Hugh, you have to understand this point.
Pause.
You don't. When he went to the Wizards, he had not played basketball for 3 years.
And it looked like he hadn't played in 3 years.
But Hugh, he came back, averaged 20. He was on one leg and he played 82 a season, my guy. You don't understand. I don't give a fuck. One season, showing up, riding the bench and being there for 82.
So LeBron,
you can't even get to people commit to these.
LeBron has played 22 straight years.
He did not play one.
Spent half his career in the NBA Finals. Made all NBA 19, 20 times.
But he's
like
not been
second
able
team
to
All
do.
NBA
I don't give a fuck. No,
this
he's
year.
not been able to do shit that
Top
Jordan
10
has
player.
been able to do.
He's done everything Jordan has done. He's won a championship. He's won
The
All-Star
greatest-
MVP. He's won MVP.
I'm going to tell you this. And you know what the thing is?
Finals
The greatest
is not
thing.
the only thing. Because there's teams who have won finals that don't even nobody fucking care about
the
anymore.
greatest thing that
It's a team sport.
LeBron, in my opinion, the greatest thing LeBron has done in his career, in my opinion, regardless of scoring points and all that shit, is bringing a championship to Cleveland. That to me,
I think that was a greater accomplishment than what Jordan did.
Beating that Golden State. Jordan did 3-peat twice, Hugh.
Jordan did the same thing. Chicago didn't have a championship until he gave him one.
Yeah, yes.
So you gotta be fair on that one.
Yeah, Jordan did it 3-peat twice. You know how hard that is? Like, that's... Like
The league, it was an expansion league at that time, the second run.
Okay.
And it was changing the guard the first time. Expansion league.
So what
All
about
this stuff, they had
expansion
the
league with
stacked team.
Lakers?
They
What about
brought
the
on
Lakers?
Dennis Rodman.
What about
they
the Lakers,
brought
then?
on the best international player
What about Shaq and
at that
Kobe?
time.
How come Shaq and Kobe could do it then?
Shaq
Remember,
and
LeBron
Kobe?
said not 1 championship, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5.
They won back to back. I mean, it's hard to do that in the
So did
NBA.
Detroit Pistons. Detroit Pistons did as well.
Golden State has.
That's amazing.
Detroit, Golden State is arguably a better team than the Jordan Bulls, the second Jordan Bulls run, but they couldn't do it back to back because KD got hurt. And Clay got hurt that year in the finals. Jordan never got hurt. They played mediocre competition. That's all I gotta say. You look at the numbers, look at the people they played in the finals, and you'll understand by the fact that he beat mediocre teams 6 times. Phoenix fucking Suns. Kevin Johnson. Fuck out of here. You compare him to Steph Curry?
Charles Barkley?
You don't think he was washed by the time he made it to Phoenix?
He won MVP.
And 93, he was not washed, bro.
He was washed.
No way, bro.
He was washed.
He was up for MVP.
Let's get to these comments, bro. Let's get to these.
Back to the comments.
Either way.
Shout out to my man Avery.
No, you know what offended me is what this motherfucker said? Don't blame those. Look, he assumed I'd never seen Jordan play. I was a big Jordan fan, by the way.
That's a likely assumption.
What?
That's a likely assumption that you haven't seen. No, honestly, if I was from the outside looking in, I would probably think you haven't seen Jordan play either.
I did, dude. I'm older than you. I seen Jordan play in '85.
No, I would think you haven't. From
you still in diapers or some shit like that.
If I was on the outside looking in, I would think you hadn't seen Jordan play.
No, because I'm objective and critical.
No,
sorry.
You're very subjective against Jordan.
Subjective? Seriously?
Yes.
Seriously, you ignore everything LeBron does. Oh, he flops. He does this.
I said he's on.
But I literally say
I say he's on my Mount Rushmore. You get mad because he's number 2. That's fine.
Flops. Oh, he hasn't won enough finals.
He's number 2.
If he
to be number 1, you got to do special things.
If he were to pull
you got to
out,
do more special things.
Let's just say in the next. Let's just say like the Lakers Magic, like to next.
He's number
Luka.
2.
No, let's just say in a fantasy world, right? That the Lakers pick up Giannis next year randomly, and he decides to like LeBron goes league minimum to play with Giannis and Luka. Luka comes back thin and trim and bulk up, and they fucking destroy it. The next 3 seasons, LeBron's being a role player now, and they win 3 straight chips. Do those matter to you? Now he has 7 championships, and he won 3 in a row with the Lakers. Would that matter to you? He was on a stacked team.
You would have to acknowledge that, though.
Yeah, you acknowledge that, of course, but we have to go back to your arguments when people are quote unquote washed, right? So if someone's washed and they get a chip, well, context matters. If LeBron is washed and he's a role player and he gets chips,
he can then
you
gonna say the same thing. No, but he's gonna do the same thing you just did to him. He got Luka, he got Giannis the same way. He could be like he had Rodman, you can do the same thing.
But that's the thing. Jordan never got to the finals with the people he played with until he got the greatest players around him.
You know what the other big thing is? Outside of the 2 3-peats, Jordan leaving the game, coming getting another 3-peat. You know what the other thing with LeBron is that for him, there was a time where he wasn't the man on his team. Jordan never had that experience. When he went to Miami, that was D Wade's team. That's unquestionable.
Yeah, it was.
That was D Wade's team.
He won a championship in 2006.
That's what I'm saying. But that was Jordan. It never could have happened. He could have went to any team on any.
That's not
level
true at all. That's not true at all.
So what team would he have gone to in his era? He wouldn't have been the man on the team.
Would they win though?
No. I'm asking you.
Again, he was on
during
Jordan's
best era.
team.
No, because you just made an interesting point. What team would
remember
Jordan
that man?
have?
Jordan's agent. Remember he came out recently.
Don't run
and
away
said,
from it.
No, Matt. I'm telling you, this is the argument that Jordan's agent came out and said if Jordan cherry picked teams like LeBron, he'd have 15 chips.
Okay, I'm asking you a question though. What team would Jordan have gone to where he wasn't going to be the man when he stepped foot on day one?
No team. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. But
would they win though?
There's teams that LeBron would have gone to where he's
LeBron
not
has
the
been
man.
on 3 different teams that he's brought deep into playoffs run and won chips with.
And one he wasn't the man on. That. He wasn't the main when he went to.
Jordan couldn't get it done until he got a good number 2.
So he played for
LeBron
D-Wade's
did it without a number 2.
Did he play with
times,
D-Wade's team? Okay. Will you attest it was D-Wade's team?
The 2011.
Will you attest the Heat was D-Wade's team? Yes.
When? 2011 when they lost, yeah.
No.
And then they fixed that.
But was it D-Wade's team?
It was.
Was it D-Wade's team? Was D-Wade the apex? Okay, perfect. That would never happen with MJ,
I don't
ever.
think, but the way they're...
Ever. What do you mean you don't think? He was on the team, a dream team. Guess who the apex was? Jordan. Everybody knew MJ. And that's a team of all-time greats.
LeBron was the apex on this year's Olympic
LeBron
team.
was on an NBA squad, and he wasn't the man on his team.
And that's because LeBron
Who matters?
is a pass first.
Because it's irrelevant.
Pass
it happened.
first.
Because it's
He'll
irrelevant.
pass.
It happened.
No.
It happened.
What does that have to do with anything? They still made it to the finals.
You admitted it.
What
You
does that have
admitted
to do
it.
with anything?
Shout out to Avery.
What does that have to do with anything? Again,
What do you mean? That's factors. In the Jordan fan
LeBron
era,
that year.
That's a
He's
factor.
He won MVP.
Jordan fans are up here as far as where certain levels. You can't not be the man on your team to be in Jordan's level. That can't be. We're not putting guys who wasn't the man on their team.
No.
We're not putting guys
okay,
who ever was a man.
LeBron.
We're not putting guys on the same level as MJ who wasn't the man on their team at one point. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. You got to be the man on your team.
Just to shut you down
The
real quick.
apex.
Let me shut you down real quick. That year, if you look at the numbers, LeBron outperformed D Wade.
I don't care about outperformance. We knew that was
that
Dwayne's
makes
team.
you the man.
He knew that was Dwayne's team.
It was his team.
LeBron knew that
Because it's
Michael
a team
Jordan would never
sport.
be. When they asked Michael Jordan during the Olympics, when Ahmad Rashad interviewed him as he was in a hotel, Ahmad Rashad said, "Hey, dream team, all these great players. Who's going to take the last shot?" He looked at him and said, That's a stupid question. Of course, me."
He probably missed that shot.
It's not
Shooting
about
percentage
missing.
in that
the
shit.
The mentality is big with MJ fans. The mentality is so.
There's
LeBron
a lot
didn't
of
have that.
there's a lot of bum ass niggas that is Jordan fans, yo. You gotta.
What are you talking about? The mentality I'm talking about of what people put with MJ. He was different. He was never going to
different.
go to a team he wasn't the man on. Never was going to happen. I don't give a fuck if he's 50. He was never going to not be the man. When he went to that team on the Wizards
does it
when he
have
was
to
40
do
plus, he was the
with
man. Guess what? On this Laker team, John Luka is the man. Jordan, whatever team he
Is
was
he?
going to be on, that's Luka's team now. What are you crazy? LeBron will
will
tell
be.
you that. LeBron was telling everybody it was AD's team a couple years back. LeBron's saying that. You know who would never say that? The greatest player of all time.
Isn't
the
that kind of
greatest
like
ever step on the
selfish
court.
and self-serving?
Yes. And you know what? That's what you want out of the GOAT. Tom Brady was a psychopath. GOAT. That's what you want. Yes. Tom Brady, are you kidding me? He would go
He was
on
a
his
psychopath?
offensive line. Yes.
Yeah, he was a
Psycho
psychopath
Tom.
because he decided to go back when he
his
been should have
nickname-
retired.
His nickname was Psycho Tom. That's what they called him on the team. Are you kidding
Everybody's
me? These guys,
different.
No,
but
everybody's
dog,
not different. Goats are
yes,
goats.
dog.
Tom Brady, Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan. They want to eat your lunch every day of the week. There's not a day they say, "Oh, you're my friend today."
So just
no,
because
every day,
just
every
because
time they step on
LeBron
that
can
fucking
be
field, they wanna
friendly
eat your
and
lunch.
still
Serena
overachieve
Williams
and win.
wants to eat your lunch. Serena Williams wants to eat your lunch every day. It ain't my sister. No, she wants to destroy her sister too. That's
sister's
what we're
beaten her
talking
before.
about. But no, she wants to destroy her.
You're
That's
missing
what
this
we're talking
point,
about
yeah.
when it comes to
But-
GOAT level. No, GOAT
But
level's
is-
different.
So
It's
you have
different.
to be a horrible person to be the best?
Yes, you do. You do.
That's not
you
nice.
sacrifice everything in your
Like,
world.
what are you
No,
talking-
I mean
Sacrifice?
everything
So wait,
in your
LeBron's
world.
been in the league,
Tom Brady,
been the face
oh my
of the
God!
league.
Let's look at the goats. Muhammad Ali sacrificed his life to be the goat and like to be the greatest of all time.
Team
You
ever.
sacrifice. You put everything on the line. That's a difference, bro. I'm telling you.
I still don't
LeBron is too
understand-
comfortable to be the GOAT. He's too comfy.
He's too
He's
comfortable?
cozy. Yes, that's why he rolls around when
cozy?
somebody hits 65 games, walking in with wine. Hey, come on, bro. LeBron.
Yeah, because he
Jordan
makes it look
Jordan-
easy.
Jordan would play 18 and still drop 40. It's different.
18, what? What are you
18.
talking
He'll
about?
play a full round of golf and still drop 40. It's
What does that have to
documented.
do with anything?
It has to do with everything. It's documented. LeBron gets a groin pull, he's out. Gets spasms, cramps, he's out.
Everybody
This is
does that,
different.
yeah.
Yeah, everybody.
Gotta take
now.
care of yourself.
Yeah, so we're not going to see another.
So you're
GOAT for a
gonna
long
kill
time.
yourself to play basketball.
I'm not. That's
ball,
why
or
I'm not
hockey
the
or
GOAT.
whatever.
I won't. That's why I'm not the GOAT in basketball. But to be that level, yes, you have to. Unfortunately,
But can
Yes,
somebody be
there's
so
no but.
talented that they can do
No,
it all?
No. Talent is one thing.
See, that's the
You
funny
gotta-
thing about this whole
because
debate.
Jordan actually
Because
wasn't the most
Jordan-
talented coming up.
Jordan.
He wasn't the most
was
highly
very
touted
talented.
coming up. He
I
had to
understand
grind that out.
He got
He
cut by his
wasn't
high
the-
school coach, all that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So he had
I
to
get
grind
it.
that shit out. So
I get it. And
His
LeBron
mentality is different.
made it look easy.
Well, listen, it was.
He
a
didn't
lot
have a
of,
point to prove. When LeBron won a chip, he won a chip. When he won in Cleveland, he won in Cleveland. He don't have to win multiple championships. Even if he did, no, your stupid ass is gonna be up here saying it don't count, it don't matter.
It's not
'cause you
about
didn't do
not
it 10
counting.
times in a row.
See,
Jordan.
what you do
because
is we're discredit. You think I'm
you
discrediting
are.
LeBron?
You are.
I'm not discrediting
Because
LeBron. He's
the greatest,
number
the greatest,
two
dog,
all
the
time.
greatest,
So
the
a basketball
greatest
fan
players,
should not be
dog,
discrediting.
the greatest players are the ones that make it look easy. Jordan, if he's sitting there having to put 20 ice packs on his legs and do this, that, and the third, and play the flu game and all that shit, LeBron could take a few games off, still run for the NBA chip.
But we're
Let me
not talking
tell you
about a
something.
few. We're
He's
not talking about a
never
few.
missed a playoff game.
We're not talking about a few. game.
He's never missed a regular
Well, Hugh,
season.
when you can
playoff
take
game?
when you take 2-3 weeks off going into the playoff season, I mean, come on.
No, he doesn't do that.
Well,
Everybody
look, when you
sits
play,
their best talent towards the end of the. Everybody
okay,
does that.
Okay, but I'm
Because
saying
they
that
saw the
wasn't
toll
that,
it took on those other old players.
Well, it did take a toll
Again,
for MJ.
Jordan-
He averaged
no.
MJ 30 plus. MJ 30 plus.
He took
30
years
plus.
off. He took 2 years off to play fucking softball and shit.
Yes,
Then he took
and he
3
still
years
has more
off to come back and
championships.
ruin
Yes.
the Wizards'
And he's still top
reputation record.
5 all time in scoring. Yes, all these things. Yes, yes, yes. All
Yeah,
all
but
defensive.
He never
9
took
times.
a break.
More
He
than
never
LeBron.
took a break.
Yes.
Kari, you heard that? He never took a break. He never took a game off.
Well,
He took
not
years
when he was
off.
not when he
from
was
the
playing
game.
in the NBA. Not
No,
when
he
he's
took-
playing in the NBA.
How do you not count taking years off as not playing in the NBA?
Because when he laced up, he was there.
When he laced
showing
him up, LeBron
Yes.
has showed up for 22 fucking years.
No, he
Jordan
hasn't.
had to take 2 years
Hold on.
off to
Hold
fucking
on. No,
find
he hasn't.
himself. And
No,
then he took
but
3 years
that's
off
not
to
a true
fucking
statement.
do it.
He
How is
hasn't.
it? How is it?
He
how?
hasn't. Look
He
at the
said,
games.
"I'm tired. I did everything.
Look at the
I did.
games. He
I'm done.
plays 60.
I'm bored
He
with
plays
the game.
60. He
I'm
plays
bored with
60
the
a
game.
game. Okay, so to what you're saying, he's shown up
LeBron
every
played
22 years.
71 games
So-
this year. LeBron
so,
played
okay.
70. He missed what 10, 8, 9, 10
Okay.
games, whatever.
So would you say when Jordan the year he took that sabbatical out of the league, would you say the same amount of years? Let's say it was 7-8 years that Jordan was in the league. Let's say, right? If we're back of the envelope, how many games in that 7-8 year period do you think LeBron James missed?
I don't fucking
Total.
care.
Exactly, but it probably amounts
Because
to more
the same
games
way
than
you
Jordan
count,
missed
the
for
only
the 2
thing that
left.
got up
So
on
why does
LeBron
it
is
ma-
the
so
amount
why
of
does it
rings that he got
matter?
and how many games consecutively he played in the season. Nobody gives a fuck about those things.
Now they don't, but Jordan fans do. LeBron fans
yeah,
don't
exactly.
care about
Because you
that
know why?
stuff.
Y'all are
No.
running out of shit to
No,
talk about.
No, there's not running out of. You know what?
This
Started
was not
with-
an argument until now.
No, it's not running out of.
After
What
he
happens is
surpassed Kareem,
what happens
after
is
he's
no.
been made it to the top 10.
What
after
happens
he made
is
all NBAs.
a
After he made
game-
it the All-Star
no,
game
no,
ever made.
no.
Oh,
Hugh,
all of a
I'm
sudden,
gonna-
okay.
no.
Oh, all we got is 6 rings and how many games Jordan played consecutively
Hugh,
after
I'm
taking
gonna
3
explain
years off,
something
4
to you.
years off.
Hugh,
whatever the fuck.
I'm going to explain something.
Fuck outta
What
here. No, no.
basketball fans, specifically
No.
Jordan fans, start with is not running out of things. We start with the fact that there are 82 games in the season. So we take credit to the fact that he played
This is the
mostly
argument
all
that you
82.
have.
It's not an argument. It's something that when
It
there's
is.
82 to be
Because
played,
it's irrelevant.
No,
Irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant. It's
It's
not
totally irrelevant.
One of
because
the greatest.
Jordan
no,
broke his
it's not
foot
irrelevant.
one year, right? He missed a bunch
It's
of
not
games.
irrelevant. It's not irrelevant.
He missed it.
One of the greatest.
LeBron's
One of
been
the
injured
greatest.
before. You know that, right?
One of the greatest.
Yeah, but
sports
he ain't break
stats-
his foot though.
One of
Doesn't
the
matter.
greatest.
If
Yes,
you're
it
injured,
does.
you're injured.
Yes, it does, bro.
yes, yes.
Not all injuries are equal, bro.
So if you
Yes.
pull your okay,
The
he pulled
fuck?
his
No
groin,
way, bro.
He pulled his
No
groin,
way,
came
bro.
back
I don't
early.
even. This ain't even about LeBron and Jordan. This is fucking science. A groin pull and a broken foot is 2 separate things, bro.
Okay, but you missed time, right? For each one of them, right?
Yeah.
He's saying that Jordan never missed a game. He did.
No,
he has missed games.
but not when he was
He's-
healthy. LeBron missed games out of sitting a lot of times. And look,
Okay,
one of the
and I'm not going to
one of
count
the
that
greatest,
against him because you know
one
why?
of the greatest.
He still showed up every game. He still made it to the
No, he
conference
doesn't show up every
finals and
game.
the
Don't
NBA
say
finals
that.
and all that shit.
Look, Hugh, you cannot say that. He did not show up every game. Jordan played every game because, for one, he wanted to play every game. No matter what, he wanted to be out there to beat his opponent. And he also wanted to play in front of the fans and be there because people paid good money to see him play. One of the greatest, or not the greatest, stat in all of sports. Not even a fan of baseball. Maybe the Cal Ripken fucking consecutive game spree. To come and show up every game, rain, sleet, snow, whatever the case may be, sick, whatever the case may be, family issues, and be there and play.
Is he the best shortstop of all
remarkable.
time?
Is remarkable. But I'm saying this is an element of greatness. When you get to the point of talking about someone as a GOAT, these are things that you have to, playing in the sport and showing up every day, absolutely.
When you have
And you're
80, okay.
Look, Jordan
You-
has those intangible. So Jordan has the intangible stats where you would say, "Hey, is Cal Ripken the greatest shortstop ever?" And I would say no. I would say he's not. However, the stat that he has puts him such a higher echelon being a great shortstop. If he didn't have that stat, that gives him such a push up the ranks for having that 2,600 games in a row, showing up over 16 seasons, never missing. If he didn't have that, trust me, his level of greatness and how he's looked at in the game would go down quite a bit. Yes, I put it at high esteem when you have a player such as Jordan, how great he was, averaging
amazing.
30,
It's great.
winning
It's not-
winning championships, and then having those intangible, like, like kind of like scholastic stats where you're like, damn, dude shows up every game also, and you'll drop 40, 50 on your head. That's fucking crazy. And he's 9-time defensive, and he's 10-time scoring champ. Come on. Like, collectively. Okay. Collectively, you can't look at those things and be like, Jordan is not the GOAT. It's hard. It's hard pressed. Now, with LeBron, we can look at several factors, in my opinion, that make him not the GOAT. And those are the things that, for whatever reason, looks like we're discrediting him. It's not that I put the same thing that I would put with Jordan. It's not a Jordan stat. It's what Jordan did in his career that are more memorable than what LeBron did in his career. 2 3-peats. I'm sorry. That gives me a rung that, shit, if LeBron did a 3-peat, that would be amazing. That would definitely put him higher up for me. But back to back, we have a lot of teams that were able to accomplish that. I mean, the Pistons were able to accomplish that. I mean, the Lakers obviously were able to accomplish that. I mean, a lot of teams in history, Boston, we don't have but a handful of teams that have been able to accomplish 3-peats. The Lakers, the Bulls, you know what I'm saying? So this is all-time stuff. He did it twice. And when he left the game,
Bill Russell went 8 in a row or some shit.
Yes, Bill Russell.
11.
You know what I'm saying? Like these
11.
are, yeah. Like this shit is great.
But why isn't he?
I'm sorry. Before we get into that, I fucking hate that argument. I fucking
I'm not
hate
trying
that.
to argue with you.
Don't do that. Don't do
Say
that.
why.
Don't do that. Bill
why.
Russell got 11, so if we do the ring shit, he automatic. No,
Hey, look, Robert
because
Horry
Bill
got
Russell
7.
did not do the shit LeBron and Jordan. Stop.
Robert Horry got 7.
Because then you can use them same arguments you've been using. Who the fuck did Bill Russell play? It was the 1920s. I hate that fucking. Well, if that's the case, Bill Russell should be the GOAT because he got 11.
I'm not trying to
Okay,
see
so
why.
still using that same logic,
I'm not
you
using
just
it.
said Jordan is better than LeBron because he got 6 if we play the numbers game. I'm not saying you about to do it, but you, anybody in that motherfucking comment section, I hate that Bill Russell shit.
Let's put it in the
Rest in peace,
context.
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell and them. Bill Russell got 11 or whatever. Jordan got 6. LeBron got 4. LeBron has these numbers. Jordan has these numbers. Bill Russell has these. Skill-wise, Bill Russell not the best. Jordan, skill-wise, probably one of the best, at least shooting guard-wise, whatever. LeBron, the best. The numbers, you bring them closer together. If you say he has 4 or 5 more than Jordan, Jordan has 2 more than LeBron. LeBron has better stats than Jordan. Been to the big show more, played more years, has more accolades than Jordan. As far as, all around things, like great, scoring and all that stuff. Then never mind scoring titles, because Carmelo Anthony won a scoring title. D Wade won one.
Jordan won 10. So before you start
fine.
bringing up people's scoring titles, let's just make sure.
KD won a scoring title.
Jordan, so just
Bernard King won a scoring title. A lot of people that can win scoring titles.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people.
How many of those guys went to the
NBA
NBA Finals and won and did
10.
Melo never even
so
went.
here's the thing.
Melo never even went to the finals and all that.
Here's the thing.
So scoring is one thing. Scoring is one thing.
No, absolutely. But I'm talking.
And it proves that Jordan, like.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing, Hugh. When we talk about stats, everybody always, because the whole argument with championships, because Jordan's 6-0, people think that's all people use for Jordan's thing, right? Yes. He was 6-0, undefeated in the finals. Yes, Yeah, but that's amazing. Yes, but let's talk about the things that are unique unicorn type shit that he's done. Okay, 10 times scoring titles, 10, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. Like LeBron said, 10. Okay, 10. All-time first-team defensive player as a guard, 9 times. Won the NBA championship, Finals MVP, okay, and got Defensive Player of the Year in one season. We just have to think about the things, okay? As a guard, by the way, a shooting guard, that he's been able to accomplish and do that are so different and so unique at his position, hard to fathom. So not only it's the way he, not just stats, it's the things that he was able to do year over year and still win championships. People can do a lot of things, score a lot of points, get a lot of rebounds, do a lot of things. But to win championships while doing that, to win MVPs while doing that, to defend your championship over and over and over and over and over and over again, that's amazing. Those are the intangibles LeBron, in my eyes, can't touch. He's great, and that's enough, and that puts him at number 2. Look at Tom Brady as a football player. 7 Super Bowl, 9 Super Bowl. I mean, come on, bro. Like, it's certain things. Maybe he's the luckiest man in the world. He got the best team, and the coach people say whatever they say. But we know damn well, right, that he had a lot to do with those Super Bowl wins. We know that. And so we know he had more probably so than anybody else to do with those championships. That's the way with MJ. Look at Scotty's stats in some of those finals runs. I can guarantee they're not as great as his regular season play was.
What, the finals runs?
Yeah,
look,
Scottie Pippen's averaging in the
different
finals.
Game, but Bron steps up in the playoffs at 30 plus points a game.
As he should.
8, 9, 10. No, it doesn't matter. Jordan scored 45 and 63 against Bird and lost. These are the things that you cherish, that you dangle that in our face. In a LeBron,
there were 5 Hall of Famers on that team. 5. And I'm
going to bring up another thing. This thing
team.
we talked about before. John Havlicek, right? Remember him?
Yes.
He's part of that
Celtics.
11. Yeah, Celtics. Remember we talked about his stats and stuff?
Okay.
He won Finals MVP. I'm looking at 8-time NBA championship guy. Arguably same numbers as Scottie Pippen, I think. In a different era, though, right? I know. I'll bring this up here actually just to show y'all. This is Scottie Pippen of the Bill Russell era.
Timberwolves getting cooked.
Good for them. I'm happy about that. We talked about this on when we tried the other podcast a while ago on Heads of State. So this man was one of the best players of his time. Gets no respect though. No respect. You know why? Because Bill Russell was on his team. Bill Russell didn't average as many points. Maybe got more rebounds, did whatever. But he was the man, right? Because he's the man. He showed up every game. He did all this stuff. But this guy was the point. He ran the point. He did all the shit. He won an NBA Finals. Been to the Star Game. All defense. All NBA. All everything, right? All rookie team. He made it, right? Hall of Fame, all that shit, right? You can make an argument for him being a GOAT or before Jordan at some point because he had more championships than Kareem. His stat line was as robust as a player of that era can be. If you base it on him showing up and doing all the things to get the championships, he's got 8 of them. Jordan got 6. Russell got 11. This guy has the numbers that are better than Russell's. Arguably, you could say that he's better than Bill Russell.
Hold on, Hugh. Hold on. You were being serious right now?
I'm being serious.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, I was like, hold on.
I'm being serious.
What's going on, bro? Because I saw the Thunder score and I just kind of was like, oh,
yeah.
Yo, what? Like, who the fuck is this Jim Crow era ass nigga, bro? I don't even know what the fuck going on.
I'm just saying. Okay, he all NBA.
What the fuck is Biff Tannen doing on the screen, bro?
Right?
What the fuck is happening?
My point is, this guy here has, and I brought him up before in our conversations, has a very illustrious career, but was overshadowed by the guy who was on his own team that did
7-time All-NBA second team. Okay. 7-time. Am I seeing that right, or are my eyes deceiving me? 7-time All-NBA second team?
He's been on the first team 4 times.
No, I know, but does it say more times on the second team? See, this is what LeBron James fans do. You guys, I'm not emphasis on some other stuff.
Yeah, what was going? Yeah, what was?
No, this is my point.
Yeah,
they're missing what I'm saying. We have a bunch of people that look at a time, and that's why I call it nostalgia, where Jordan ran the league. Yes, he did the amazing 3-peat twice and all this stuff, but there's all these gaps in between that things happen where he didn't play, where he got injured, didn't make it to the playoffs even 9 years straight or whatever. So he gets blown out, but some magical quotes and shit say
5 years straight.
Yeah, 5, whatever. He didn't make it to the playoffs. He almost ruined the franchise by.
I mean, he didn't make it to the finals. I should say he definitely made the playoffs in the rookie year. Yeah, because the Celtics whipped his ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
So his rookie year. Yeah, he definitely
he just couldn't get. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So LeBron made it to the finals by year 5.
LeBron.
No, year 4 or 5.
He got Jordan beat by 2 years.
No, he made it to the finals. Jordan.
That's what I said.
To the finals.
He made it to the finals in '91.
Yeah.
He was drafted in what, 85?
85.
84. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
And he broke his foot his second or third year.
Okay. Yeah. But Jordan Jordan, no, he got kicked out the finals like nine times before he made it. Either kicked out the playoffs or didn't.
I'm about to say he ain't never get kicked out the finals.
Yeah,
Hold on.
He only made it. Yeah, he only made it 6 times. This is another
Well,
16 years, 6 times. That's great, Jordan.
So now we
LeBron,
celebrating losses.
Well, no, I'm not celebrating losses. It's about
What was the point you was making? Let's go to that part.
You could have.
So we got a 7-time All NBA second team here.
Okay.
We're putting up against MJ.
Okay.
That's where you
no,
left off.
I'm not putting him up against MJ. I'm just saying if you blindly put up these numbers and said, "Oh, this guy made it to," like, who's that? He has to be a top 10 player, and he's not even considered top 10. This guy. Even though he has the numbers and the accolades and all that shit.
Hold on.
He never won an MVP because I don't know who was winning MVPs back then, but it wasn't him. George Mack, maybe that guy on the Lakers.
Hold on, I just need to understand. What makes him a top 10 player? Can you help me understand this?
Okay, using the reason why you say Jordan's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Put up
so
numbers.
Show me the reasons
and he won
why
a bunch
over
of
here.
chips.
Okay, I'm gonna play moderator. I'm about to be moderator real quick. And
he put up
I know. I
numbers
swear
and won a
people
bunch
gonna
of
think
chips.
I'm Team Jordan here because I'm neutral.
No, that's fine.
But
You
no.
can be whatever team you wanna be on.
I'm gonna play moderator because what you just said. I don't know where you getting at because Sean was saying, and he gave LeBron credit, but recontextualized thing. You admitted it in the same conversation. I was listening. He wasn't the man on his teams. You said Bill Russell had him in a couple accolades. You just said why he's not a top 10 player because he wasn't the man.
Yes.
His team, hella stats, great stats, phenomenal numbers. Not the man on his. That's why when we had that conversation, you didn't mention Biff Tannen. You said Bill Russell because Bill Russell was the man in his team in his era.
Yeah.
Jordan, man on his team, his era. LeBron, man on his team. His era minus the Dwayne Wade thing. We're not counting this guy because he's not the man on his team.
Why would you put him in Jordan's?
You showed me this old 1950s caricature of a former Klan member. He got hella numbers. A ton of people got hella numbers.
And I never.
But he's not the man on his team.
You don't have to be the man.
But
what does that mean?
The best player on the team. That's what that means.
LeBron. D.
What do you mean? It says it in the title. Man on his team means he's the man.
LeBron's numbers are better than D. Wade's numbers. The year he was the man. There was a
but
struggle.
you conceded that Dwayne Wade was the man. Who even said
LeBron did not want to step on toes? He even says this.
Oh my!
But give me
and then
one
when
stat.
they said,
jump
"Hey,
out the window,
LeBron, this is the year after when they lost that chip. Hey, LeBron, you got to be the man."
Give me one stat where you would say you're putting this guy. You're putting, and he's a great player. He's a great player. But give me a stat that you would say you're putting up against MJ outside of championships. Just point. Which one are you talking about? The second team all time? The second team?
Dog, different era. I can't even put that.
No,
I
I'm
can't
saying what stats
contextualize
here?
it.
What stats here?
I can only contextualize it by the resume.
Well, yeah, that's what from his resume would you put?
In a blind taste test, if you just if they were both, no, I don't know who this is and I don't know who this is. Yes, we'd all say Jordan has better numbers, but this guy won 8 chips. He has 20 points a game. Similar numbers to Jordan.
Why are you mumbling? This is not similar to Jordan. This is not even
similar enough.
No, it's not even close.
Similar enough when it comes to like rebounds, assists, all that type of shit.
Oh my god!
No,
okay, we reaching now, bro. This objectively saying Jordan better than LeBron or vice versa. This is a reach.
Yeah.
This is terrible, bro.
From a position standpoint,
no, bro.
Yeah.
This is
all of that stuff.
Who's editing this episode? Tell him just clip this whole part out. This is ass, aroni, and cheese.
This
is bad.
The
I'm not
comments
clipping
gonna
this
love
out
this.
because
the comments gonna love this.
It takes a team to win these chips, and yes. Bill Russell won 11 with his teams. This guy was a part of those teams, and he's great. Maybe he was his Scottie Pippen. Let's put it that way. And maybe I should compare this guy more to Scottie than
maybe or maybe not at all.
Yeah,
because what the fuck is going on, bro?
I just don't get. The point is, if you stack up the argument up until maybe 3 or 4 years ago about Jordan was that he always had more chips than Bron and this, that, and the third. When Bron started doing things like, oh, he's now in the top 10 in assists and rebounds. He's now the all-time leading scorer. Oh, he's made 20 All-NBA teams. Oh, he's made it to every All-Star game in almost every year of his career. He's done all the things Jordan never did. He's been to the finals a bunch of times. He made it to conference finals at age 36 or 37. He's been deep playoff runs ever since whenever. So if you start looking at it, all the accomplishments on the road to the Hall of Fame that LeBron's on, he's arguably and most definitely to me, has had a better career than Jordan based off everything he's done over the last 22 years. Championships aside, MVPs are subjective. It
Well,
doesn't matter.
career
I'm
is
gonna
different.
say 2 points real quick. Point number one, and I'm speaking from a perspective of an old school nostalgia glasses Jordan fan. All they're gonna do to argue against that is, well, Jordan played longer. I mean, LeBron played longer.
Yeah.
If Jordan played as long, he would have did the same thing. Not saying this is true. I'm saying that's what they're gonna say.
No,
to
he
combat
wouldn't
you.
have.
So that's
No, he could not. He
that's
could
not.
He could not.
See.
He
Let
did
me
not
finish.
do.
Let me
He
finish.
did not
I
do.
did not say that was true. I
He could
said,
say- he would say that
okay,
shit.
next,
He thinks that
next,
because
next
Jordan-
point.
No,
My
you know
next
he
point. My
said-
next point.
Wait,
My next point. 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 Because you arguing a hypothetical. You're arguing the straw man. My next point. Damn. You could have said all of that without taking us to 1955, back when we had to drink from color water fountains, because that shit was just.
Havlicek's one of my favorite.
You made a great statement. If you looking at accolades and stats, there's some shit LeBron has done that
nobody's
Jordan
ever done, or
that no one will ever do. And guess what he about to say?
Same
Jordan
thing.
got some shit that LeBron
Yeah.
can't do either. There we go.
Yeah.
Boom. Where we at
Yeah.
now?
What Jordan? What has Jordan done besides winning six
championships and never
No,
losing
no.
any
Well,
of them. That's a big one though.
First team all defensive.
Slam dunk contest
9
winner.
times. First team all defensive 9 times. Okay.
Okay.
Defensive player of the year.
You know what? You know what LeBron didn't have either. A bunch of fucking statisticians.
No, I'm not done.
padding
10
his
times
stats every
scoring-
fucking
10 times
year.
scoring champ. 10 times
Jordan
champ.
seven steals in one game and only three turnovers on the other side. Like, how does that work?
He's also led the league in steals.
Exactly.
No, I'm saying yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
You know who lead? You know who has the most steals
Jordan
in the playoffs?
Jordan played both sides of the ball at a high level, and he still
So does
averaged 30.
LeBron.
All right, I gotta go, guys. I haven't had dinner yet,
Yes.
so I'm gonna
Listen,
wrap up here.
the
I
next
promised you earlier.
show, we can't go back and past 1985 in basketball.
yeah.
1972 was the cutoff.
Millsap and Havlicek. Here we go. All right.
Millsap. Yeah, Millsap. I was mistaken. Yeah, at least I can admit when I'm wrong. Havlicek, yes, he's more Pippen
We
than
debate
Jordan.
Millsap and Havlicek.
The Millsap mishap. Let's go.
Also
Name of the
me.
episode.
Yep.
Oh, they gonna
Shout
love
out,
that.
shout out LeBron, shout out Jordan, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. I'm about to watch the Thunder advance.
Yeah.
Yes. Have a good night, fellas.
Good night.
Pig.
I love the show.